Michaela Montz and Michaela Bender. In their 28th marching season, please welcome your 2024 Lakota West Firebirds. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the podium the director of Lakota West Band, Andrew Carr. Please welcome to the field American Legion Post 681 as they present the colors of our nation. Please stand in honor and remembrance of our men and women in uniform who have made their sacrifice. To honor those in service to our country and those who support them. Please salute the symbol of our great nation as the Lakota West Marching Firebirds present the Star-Spangled Banner.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Firebird Stadium for tonight's matchup between the Lakota West Firebirds and the St. X Bombers. I'm Brent Phelan, along with
Larry Burks,
and we'll be calling the game for you tonight. So, Larry, I mean, right off the bat, we can talk about the coaches. Tom Bolden, Steve Speck, 25th head-to-head meeting between those two coaches. Coach Bolden has a 13-11 lead overall. They've actually been met in the playoffs 10 times and are 5-5.
You're a wealth of knowledge, Brent. Thank you for informing that. Yeah, it sounds like a great rivalry. For me, it's just the third year, right? So knowing that history going into this each year is very helpful. And I have a feeling tonight it's going to be another one of those West X barn burner battles. So defense against offense, and I'm looking forward to it.
You know, it's interesting you mentioned that. When they have played the last few years, it's normally pretty low scoring. And that's pretty common for the Tom Bolden-led Lakota West team. Over the last 4 seasons, they're 43-7. And in that span, they're averaging giving up just 9.14 points a game. 42 of those 50 foes were actually kept below 14 points.
Defense wins games. And, you know, Bolden does it as well as anyone. West is as good on defense as you're going to find in the conference. And I have a feeling you're going to see more of that tonight.
It's also interesting to note the field will be full of Division I talent. I mean, a number of players already committed, you know, and a number of them who have offers.
Yes, you have the name on the X side, the name Herb Street. Is that? Am I saying that right? I'm not real familiar with that name, but no. All kidding aside,
if you're from the Centerville area, you would know, right?
Right. But you know, packed full of talent. 2 big schools, 2 schools that are ready to play. Right. This is the first game of the year, non-conference game. And it's going to be an excellent night for football. It's a little warm, but you want it to be hot. You want it to be warm on the first game, so you're not pulling muscles. You're staying healthy. Just keep those fluids in, and it'll cool off soon enough.
Well, I don't know how cool it'll get on the field because these teams are ready to go. They're both very fired up. You know, one of the great advantages of everybody making the playoffs, or almost everybody at this level, you can play these matchups. Losing this game doesn't, obviously you never want to lose a game, but the actual fact that you're playing against a competitive team early on, get a chance to gauge yourself and work from that.
The competitiveness of this very first game for both teams is going to give them confidence. If they perform well, even if they drop a game, right? But we played well on the first game, and that's going to be the key to winning tonight. If they play well, reduce the number of turnovers, control the ball, and play sound, prevent, and, you know, sound run defense, and make sure they don't get over the top on you.
That's the key, right? Keep it in front of you. And Lakota West obviously has lost a lot of talent to Division I college teams over the last handful of years. But they're back. They just reload at this stage. And St. X the same.
Yeah, you're having a lot of great talent.
Now, it will be interesting to see the offense. We do know that Chase Herbstreit is back as one of the quarterbacks for St. X. Their offensive coordinator left in the offseason to become an analyst at Louisville. So he went to the college route. So Steve Speck is back running the offense.
Here we go. Let's see what they have to return. On the 5.
Looks like some nice blocks.
Nice.
Good speed. Going to bring that ball out past the 40-yard line.
Special teams is also another key difference maker during a game, especially early in the season. Making sure that special teams, I'm sure X is not real happy with that return, but it's setting up West in great field position.
So first play from scrimmage will be 1st and 10 from their own 42-yard line?
I'll take that every time.
Officials look like a little break in the action. See if it's...
Maybe they need water already.
Clock, or see what's going on here. You're going to see some great size out there on that offensive line now from Lakota West. See what the officials are doing. Oh, the clock is running. So I think that's the challenge, try to get that clock set correctly.
Talking about great size, look at Ben Borger for X on defense, number 94. He's 6'2", 235 pounds.
It's a big man. And
he is.
And
let's look for him tonight.
Yeah, as we mentioned before we came on the air, one of the players for St. X, Gordy Solfstead, unfortunately was injured. He is a commit to the University of Notre Dame, but not able to play tonight. So that obviously a little bit of a disappointment from that perspective. But as you mentioned, they don't look like they miss a beat there with the players that they do have out there. Looks like number 2 for Lakota West, Sam Wiles, the returning All-GMC quarterback, will be at quarterback.
We have another defensive end for X, Josh Fassbender. He's 6'4", 235 years. He's a sophomore. Look forward to seeing him on the field.
Wiles in the shotgun formation. Went back, hands the ball to the right side. Looks like that'll be number 22 running the ball, and I think we'll hear a lot of that. That's Braden Johnson, a 5'11", 172-pound junior.
There you go. There's that West off tackle.
Gain of about 5 yards. Certainly puts you in a great position second down. The one thing with Lakota West, they would tell you that with Sam Wiles at quarterback, last year he had 1,200 yards passing, 500 yards rushing, 18 touchdowns. Known more as a runner than a passer, but he's been capable. He's going to keep the ball himself this year. Big hole, nice block on the outside. It's a foot race and it's over. Touchdown, Lakota West.
I don't see any flags. I did see a little extracurricular at the 45, but the referees broke that up pretty quick.
Here's a replay of that. You're going to see
a great read run.
So he faked it to 22 Johnson and then cut it back to the left and outran. And as we mentioned, Sam Wiles is an excellent runner. It looks like they did throw a flag there on that. You saw?
I don't know if that was during the play or if it was after the play.
So it appears they're calling it. I think. So they are calling it a number 15.
Wow,
if you noticed, it was the receiver from the left side came back inside. I didn't see the hold. I only saw the fact that it looked like he came in and walled off some of the inside pursuit. Unfortunately for Lakota West, the decision is in the officials' hands, and they jump right in here to be key in this game in the second play from scrimmage.
Got to play clean football.
So the net effect will be 2nd and 3 yards for Lakota West, as that hold was downfield. But obviously 2 great positives for Lakota West.
Right.
Looks like Coach Bolden has taken a timeout. He is going to go talk to the official. Looks like he is striding straight toward him. See what he has to say there.
It'd be great if the guys in the booth. First of all, I want to thank all the hard work setting up today for Westchester TV. They take a lot of pride in what they do. Maybe they can queue up that replay again. If not, they can just let us know.
And as you mentioned, when we looked at it, we didn't see the flag. Now we are staring into the sun.
There is a little bit of a.
And it looked like they threw the flag right where a couple players were laying down. So
here's that replay again.
Here we go.
Guys.
So you're going to see 15.
There he is.
Right there.
Very good. That's good. Look at this.
You're going to see him right there. Yeah, boy.
Yeah, I don't know how that was a hold.
Well,
I don't blame Bolden for being upset.
No, that was, he had his left arm outside the left side of the player, and as the player was cutting to the middle, he did help him go the wrong direction, but I sure didn't see any no jersey pulled.
It looked to me as momentum took care of that.
He wasn't wrapped. He didn't do it, but again, that's why the officials make the big bucks.
Now the defensive players can use their hands.
Here we go, second. So not sure exactly what happened. We had Luca Gilbert, who's committed to Miami of Florida, in motion.
Yeah, the motion, the snap went off right when he was behind the center during his motion, and it hit him, and it dropped right in front of him. So thankfully he was able to pick up the ball.
So what started off strong is now in the 3rd and 6. See what Lakota West can do here. That was really the first miscue, other than the questionable penalty. So we'll see what happens here. Wiles still back in shotgun. He's got Johnson with him. Receivers look a little unclear out here on the outside. trying to make sure they're all lined up appropriately to off the line of scrimmage.
They're playing pass on defense.
I think Lakota, well, now we have a penalty. Pre-snap penalty again, which will be on Lakota West, so it's going to be 3rd and 11.
Momentum just totally changed right there.
And, you know, there's usually you blame the quarterback a little bit when there's a delay game. In this case, you could tell the receivers were unsure. They were looking at the sideline. They weren't sure if they were supposed to be on or off the line of scrimmage. So I think Mr. Wiles was waiting for his guys to get lined up.
Their wheels are still turning from that turnover. What happened? Who you know, looking to prevent it from happening again, being extra cautious. And it's an extra second or two it takes to do that. That may cost you that.
Wiles is going to roll out, throw the ball, overthrows the intended receiver. That's number 18 was the intended receiver there. Tyson Davis. Pass is incomplete.
Looked like a throwaway to me. Maybe just getting rid of the ball or just putting it in the vicinity of a good receiver with some good hands, hoping something would happen. St. X had that covered pretty well, both above and below the receivers.
So now Joe McCourt will be back to punt for Lakota West on this 4th and 11.
Now, I was watching McCourt warm up in the pregame here, and he has a leg.
Good snap. Not much pressure. Good high kick.
Nice kick.
Fair catch.
Fair catch. Yeah.
At the 22, 23-yard line. So St. X will start from their own 23-yard line, 1st and 10. So, boy, St. X dodged a bullet there.
Yeah, it's a good, 35, 40-yard kick, a punt. And let's see that Lakota West defense that we all love so much.
And I think if you are Coach Bolden, I think you'll take 35 to 45-yard punts with no return.
Right.
Good high,
Absolutely.
Lots of hang time. Make the offense go 78 yards, 77 yards in order to score. So Chase Herbstreet, number 7 at quarterback for St. X, the Bombers. He started a number of games last year. In his career, he's got 2,400 yards and 14 touchdowns. They're in a more traditional under center approach. He is back on a bootleg throw. He's going to throw it downfield. Nobody home. Great pressure right away from Lakota West defense. They didn't give him any time. Derek Edwards, a 6', 207-pound junior linebacker, was all over Herbstreet. You're going to see that. He's going to fake it to the left, and then when he rolls right off the end, there comes, wow. And he put a shot on him, too.
One thing I'd love to see the defense do more, just me personal preference, is getting their hands up in the air. Especially the inside defensive linemen, when they're putting pressure on that quarterback. If they get their hands up in the air, sometimes the offensive lineman will have a tendency to grab, right, and try and pull them down. Well, that's a holding call.
Here you go. The other quarterback, number 3, is going to try to take it. And don't be surprised, Daniel Vollmer also is a returning starter at quarterback. They both started last year. As a sophomore, he started, also has a number of Division I offers. And in that case, it looked like he just was he was forced to try to cut in the backfield and slipped and fell right away.
It's really hard for a defensive coordinator to plan for 2 quarterbacks, right? Because they each have different characteristics and different abilities. So
Grant Bierman, the 3-year starter at linebacker, was staring him right in the eye, and when he tried to cut to avoid him, the turf monster reached up and grabbed him. So 3rd and 9 for St. X from the 24-yard line. Did gain a yard on that play. Herbstreet back to pass, rolls right, throws it out, caught. It's going to be short of the first down, so gained about 7, needed 9. So first interesting time here for St. X. I assume that's a punt at your own 31-yard line.
That would be the smart play.
So a nice stand by the defense, right?
Absolutely, 3 and out, or yeah.
Absolutely. If you notice that, St. X ran right out there, tried to punt very quickly. Flag on the play. Looks like they may not have been set.
Might have been illegal procedure there.
Looked like they just tried to run the punt team straight out there and get it before Lakota West was ready.
Oh, that's why.
So here we go. It'll be 4th and 7.
That wasn't strategy. That was necessity.
So 4th and 7 for St. X. Still in the punt formation. Looks like number 4, Reese Mason, a 5'10", 173-pound senior, is deep for Lakota West to return this punt.
I'm surprised they pulled out defensive lineman Vincent Giordano. He's 6'5", 274-pound senior, playing the interior line there. Me on a punt, I think it would be a good idea to leave him in there and
good
pressure
high,
up the middle.
What a nice punt. Good high punt. Was a little bit short, which allowed the ball to bounce. And even though Reese Mason did a nice job catching the ball, great coverage, tackled right there. So they're actually going to start with the ball this time. Looks like they're going to spot it around their own 33-yard line, 32.5-yard line for Lakota West. So second time with the ball.
Look for more of that read run. It works.
And that's where Wiles has been more successful, or it feels like has been more successful in the past. And Kenyon Norman and Braden Johnson, the 2 running backs, are pretty strong for West.
Well, it's Johnson with 600 yards and 8 TDs last year as a sophomore is a huge plus for West. They'll have him for a few more years. You know.
Here he tries to come around the right side. Nice defense from St. X. The defensive end jumped right up there and gave him nowhere to go.
They focus on clean football, no penalties, taking care of the ball, and I wouldn't be surprised to see that quarterback read again. It seems to be a pattern that they like to do.
So here we go.
Or they might just go over the top here, just to surprise us.
2nd and 10 from their 33-yard line. Wiles still back in shotgun formation. One back with him. Couple wide receivers right. There he goes. Threw the ball on the break. The receiver was open, but one of the linebackers did a nice drop and stepped in there and got his hands on the ball. Really nice play on defense here. Yeah, nice play from number 5, I believe that
Bishop.
is. Yeah.
Lucas Bishop is a senior. That's 175 pounds. I bet you he wishes he had that back.
Sure did. That could have been 6 points real quick the other way. And you could see from Wiles' perspective, right, the receiver's from the right, cutting back to the middle. He doesn't see the defender coming from his left.
And I bet you that sun was in a little bit of his face, too.
So here we go, 3rd and 10 for Lakota West. Back to pass. It looks like he's trying to do a screen play.
They had that read well. Number 1, he did a great job of reading that play.
Yeah, that was a nice play. They did complete the pass, but it was for a gain of 1. Looks like that. Kobe. So it looks like it's Jacoby Clapper, who's number 10 on our roster.
Oh.
Playing as number 1 tonight. Here we go, Lakota West. Mark Hort back to punt again. See if he can get another good one off. Another good snap. Good little pressure blocked. Looks like there's a chance to swoop and score. And that looks like number 19, I believe, blocked it. Number 1 again. Clapper picked it up, returned it inside the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, St. X from the Lakota West 8-yard line.
There was a lack of blocking in the middle. The linebacker was a little bit hidden behind the lineman, and he snuck right through the gap.
So big play early on here for St. X. Get a chance to take over with the ball 1st and goal from the 8-yard line, Lakota West. What a change here,
change of events,
right? In these first 5 minutes, we've seen a lot happening. So see if the defense from Lakota West can stand up again here, at least hold them to a field goal attempt, right?
Right. They really need to step it up here, attack the ball, find a way to stop it.
One person you think they might run behind is the left tackle, Tucker Caddis. For those of you who might remember, his father, Eric, played at Michigan and played for the Bengals
for
years.
Where they went.
And there you go.
Play.
So Chase Herbstreit into the end zone for a touchdown for Lakota West. Roy, their first positive offensive play.
You're right.
But it's all it took.
Right, but again, defense is setting these teams up for great field position, good opportunities to make some points.
And you mentioned it early on, special teams, especially when you're dealing with a couple pretty good teams here.
Penalties, turnovers, and special teams is always a safe bet.
We're going to see that again.
Always a safe bet in a football game.
A lot of misdirection in the backfield.
Yeah.
44 going one way through the other, and Herb Street straight up the middle.
Right off that tackle that you
see some nice blocking. From that perspective, we saw a nice block there also from number 66. That would be Charlie Lynch, the center. Did a nice job opening up. 79 Tucker Caddis, 75 Grant Abercrombie, all in the middle of the, or the left side, middle over.
Tucker Caddis is 6'5", 305 pounds. I'm surprised he's not playing college already.
He's committed to the University of Kentucky, which seems to be a more frequent location for Cincinnati kids these days.
Yeah, it's a good school.
Well, there you have it. With 7:04 to go here in the first quarter, St. X 7, Lakota West nothing.
Yeah, and I don't think Caddis would have to change any of his wardrobe. It's all blue down there too, right?
Absolutely. So how does Lakota West reset themselves?
There's no need to panic. It's a touchdown. It's important for them to just remain poised, control the ball, execute the plan, and the key there again is execute. They have to execute the plays and be consistent in what they need.
Another nice return, still on his feet. That's Reese Mason again, number 4. Just like the first return of the game, he took out past the 40. This time he takes it out past the 45.
That's pretty much all their offense.
Lakota West will start 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line.
Yep. Great return.
You see that? Solid high kick. Started around the 9. And, right up the field.
Good blocking.
Didn't juke much, didn't do anything until he got close to midfield. He just took it straight up the gut. Well, hopefully that gives, as an offense, now you're not in the shadow of your goalpost. You can recover on that. You really didn't mess up, right? That was a special team punt block. So see what happens here. See if they can get reset as if it's the beginning of the game. You got Wiles at quarterback. Johnson there takes fakes, and Wiles is going to go forward for about 3 yards.
Yeah, it's a good play. Hang on to the ball, make those defensive linemen and those defensive linebackers work.
We're going to see the kick return again here. There we go, right back into it. Dakota West looking over the side, see what they have here. 2nd and 7. You're going to notice some good size out there. They've got number 77, Christian O'Neill, is a 6'3", 280-pound lineman for Lakota West. Same formation, although 2 receivers left, 1 right. Wells is going to go back, try to throw a quick out. Nice job.
Quick pass.
Had the first down, went back, but then again advanced it for a few more yards.
It's good first down, good plays.
And that's a nice, easy play, right? I mean,
He's safe.
He's going to look, this just looks that way. If the guy steps up, the defender had stepped back off him, wasn't giving him much press coverage.
It's a play in space, right? They leave that space unprotected. You get a quick pass out, and it's a completion. It's a pitch and catch, and, get a few more yards on the ground.
Trey Barnett with the catch there, number 3 for Lakota West. Barnett is going to take the handoff this time, try to come around the right side. Gains about a yard, but interesting, if you notice, nobody stayed with the quarterback after he handed it off. So that might be something we'll see Lakota West go back to, bring all the motion to the right.
Well, he looks kind of relaxed here on this play. It doesn't look like he's going to hit a hole or anything there. He's not a little indecisive on his decision there, I think. 2nd
and 9 for Lakota West. But if you notice, there was just one defensive player there, and I'm not sure he was going to stop Wiles in space like that if he would have kept the ball.
Yes. Oh, certainly on that quarterback.
Back to pass.
Good quarterback rollout.
Nice job. He's going to get a nice gain here. He's going to gain 5 or 6 out of that. That was a nice play by Wiles, right? A little bit of pressure came up early. He was able to get around it, set his offensive lineman up to help them pin the guys inside, and was able to just tuck the ball and get to a third manageable.
Why throw the ball and risk losing it when you can run the ball for just about the same amount of yardage and get close to a first down?
So it's 3rd and 3 at the 35-yard line of St. X. Big play.
Yeah.
See what we're going to do there. There you can see Wiles running the ball. Be interesting to see. Looks like we've got a couple flankers, so this is a pretty heavy formation in there. One receiver out to the right. 2 additional tight ends in the middle. Boy, false start for Lakota West. Boy, that hurt.
I didn't see it.
I'm thinking it might have been the motion guy.
He was in good motion.
See if they'll give us a number here.
Carlos snap. False start number 88 of the offense. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
That's Luca
Love to
Gilbert.
see that again. That was the guy in motion.
Was that the motion guy or was that the guy on the end? I wasn't sure because we had 3 80s out there.
Oh, it might have been 80.
Right, we had an 80. And, yeah, we had an 80 and 88.
It's 80 that's moving.
Yeah, so I think 88 we're going to find is on the left end there. So see if we get a little movement from him early. Boy,
I didn't see it.
Must have flinched. We sure couldn't see it, but it was on the far side of the line.
Yeah.
Here we go, 3rd and 8 now for Lakota West. Might have to reach a little further into your bag of tricks here. Just straight drop back. Throws the ball, almost intercepted again. Number 18 was the intended receiver for Lakota West. Tyson Davis looked like he got held up a little bit.
He was being held, and I'm not sure why they didn't call that. If they're calling a little, I don't know.
As a result of getting held up, the ball actually was overthrown. And then it looks like in dodgeball, the St. X defender would be out because I think the ball hit him in the chest and he couldn't catch it. Mark Hort back to punt again here from the 40-yard line. This would be a key. See if you can get that, pin them down inside their 10. You know, if it would have been 4th and 3, might be a good time to look at a fake, but I don't think 4th and 8, the way things have been going. So here we go. He's going to try to angle it to the right side. Just goes right into the end zone. Yes. So a 20-yard net punt. Not exactly what they were looking for that time, but they are going to make St. X start from their own 20 with 80 yards in front of them. And again, St. X, the only real positive offensive play they've had was the touchdown on 1st down, starting at the 8-yard line of Lakota West.
Well, now West has an opportunity to flip the script on X here. Get good defense, good solid defense, get a stop, get a turnover, make some big plays, and get the ball back with great field position.
So here we go. Herb Street back in shotgun. It's going to roll to his right. He hits it right out there. Nice play. Gains about 6 yards to the receiver before he was dropped.
He was. That was good closing speed by the defensive back.
Looked like number 12 was the receiver there, Cam Taylor. We're going to see that. You're going to see 12. So he just rolls right. 2 receivers in front of him. Receiver to stops, 12, and he just got lit up. Nice defense. It'll be 2nd and 3 at this point. Looks like number 3 is back in as they continue to switch quarterbacks. That's Daniel Vollmer.
Don't be surprised if they run with him. He's quite a bit bigger.
Reset over to the right side. He's going to fake to right and run straight up the middle. Nice gain.
1st down.
Out to the 35-yard line. So 1st and 10 for St. X. As you said, faked a quick pass out to the right, back out of the backfield, and then just ran it straight up the middle. Favorable spot out to the 36-yard line. It's kind of interesting. I have no idea how he got to that. Wow.
It was off the center, off the right hip of the center. It was a pretty good hole there.
Yeah, that was kind of an interesting spot. We had the guy right on the line, spotted it, and I guess somebody else knew better. And it is the first game for the officials also. They've been a little challenged today. Here, the quarterback's going to roll to the right. That's Herb Street. Nice pressure coming from the left side of the defense. Didn't quite get there, but made him, didn't give him a chance to stop and make any kind of play.
Passing right, rolling left, passing with the right hand it's a little more difficult than rolling right. And that's probably what happened here. He overthrew him a little bit.
Number 8, Cam Thomas, was applying some pressure, so he didn't have a chance to stop, set his feet. And it looked like Micah Markley with the coverage out there, number 5. 2nd and 10 for St. X. Herb Street's going to hand to the right. 44 is going to run the ball right up the middle. Good
run defense.
Good hard run for a gain of about 3. So it's going to be 3rd and 7 for St. X.
Number 44 was not going to let him get any more than 3, though. he put him down pretty good.
So that was Jake Britt, number 44, running the ball. So here we go. St. X trying to extend this drive. They do have a first down. First down of the game already. Back in the shotgun. St. X does a lot of change up, right? Sometimes under center, sometimes back, sometimes using, you see both both quarterbacks are on the field. Tried a little quick screen.
Yeah,
He's going to get the first down.
They got a good first down.
Looked like that was number 12 again, as the receiver Cam Taylor did a nice job of setting up the block and then cutting back to the inside to get a first down for St. X. We're going to see this again.
The offense does a really good job of delaying on that pass block or that screen block. Instead of cracking back on them or blocking them in the back, they waited for the defender to turn around and did a great job.
Similar
assignment blocking.
Similar to what we saw earlier, just get the ball in space and let him try to make some play. And he was able to cut it inside and gained 7 or 8 when they needed 7 and first down. Under center again is Herb Street. He's going to roll straight back, all the way back. Looked like where he wanted to go with it wasn't there, so he just threw it into the crowd. Appears one of the coaches on that St. X sideline wasn't very happy. I'm guessing maybe they weren't on the same page between quarterback and receiver. The quarterback, Herb Street, was looking left for the most time. I don't know if maybe the guy on the right was open early, but he was definitely looking left before he rolled right and threw the ball away. 2nd and 10 for St. X.
It looks like he had one just beyond the 30 and a receiver beyond the 20, so maybe one of them ran the wrong route.
Back in shotgun again. You're going to see Lakota West normally in shotgun. Again, St. X has changed it up, got some motion, guy going each way. Nice play there. 44 is Britt. Great tackle.
Yep. Great defense. Good pass coverage on that running back. Stayed home.
And you'll see Britt comes in motion from the right side or comes out of the backfield, but really nice tackle there. Looked like there might have been a play. Stopped in his tracks.
It's 3rd and 9.
3rd and 9.
So this is
3rd
where
and long
they need
again.
to make something happen here. Get the ball back.
Looks like they're going to be happy to let the first quarter expire. Clock running with 10 seconds. How we officials stopping it here. See what this is about.
I think maybe West called a timeout and stopped the clock. There's still not.
Nope. Now they're running the clock, so not sure exactly what that's about. So here we are at the end of the first quarter. St. X 7, Lakota West nothing. We'll be back. Welcome back to Firebird Stadium here on the campus of Lakota West, where we're 1 quarter into this opening night matchup between Lakota West and St. X. Larry, what have we seen so far in the first quarter?
You know, after a promising start from Lakota West with the 2 excellent kick returns, a great run play that was called back on a questionable hold, and some really sound running, they stifled that progress and they stifled that great start with a turnover, penalties, and just, you know, overall lack of discipline and lack of focus on maintaining the ball and hanging on to the ball.
And that really,
it's all about execution, right? And you got to execute. So glad to see that they recovered pretty well from the turnovers and the mishaps and the mistakes, and they're still holding their own here. Here, we're getting ready to start the second quarter with St. X at the 43-yard line with 9 yards to go for first down. So West has an opportunity to take the ball back and begin anew with this second quarter.
So overall, the Lakota West defense has been pretty strong. They've given up 2 first downs on this series. They did give up the quick, sudden change touchdown from the 7 or 8 yard line after the punt block. But other than that, they've been pretty solid here, and this is a 3rd and 9. And as you mentioned, really 2 key penalties for Lakota West. One, the hold on the touchdown. The second one maybe wasn't as obvious, but they had a 3rd and 3 down around the 30-yard line of St. X. They got the false start.
Yeah.
Now it became 3rd and 8, incomplete
Drive
pass, and they had to punt.
Right, drive killers. And, other than the blocked punt that put X on the 8-yard line and then an immediate touchdown after that, it's been really an even game. A solid defensive play and some promising offense on both sides of the ball.
So here we go. Start the second quarter from Lakota West with St. X 3rd and 9 from their own 48-yard line. Feels like a big play, and it's only 7-0, but the games between these teams have been so close that you really don't want to, you don't want to get in a position where they can turn the field on you. You really want to get the ball back, see if you can't put some points on the board. Bring it back to even. Good throw, a great defense. Again, that's number 4, Mason out there on the defense. Just a really nice job. He was actually inside of the receiver. So quick throw out to the side, incomplete. And that's going to force a punt.
Yeah, I'm surprised the quarterback doesn't have an option there when his receivers aren't open. Roll out, maybe make something happen. But the smart play is to throw it away, right? That's maybe what they're teaching.
And they've certainly done that a few times here.
Well, especially on a 3rd and 9, right?
And obviously in this perspective, you're punting from near midfield. You should be able to turn the field a little bit. Lakota West has never had to start from both times off the kicks, they started outside the 40-yard line.
Well, let's see if we can get a run back on the punt return.
So it looks like number 4, Reese Mason, who just made a nice play there. Good pressure up the middle. Blocked back. It looks like St. X is going to grab it, which is still Lakota West ball. Great block. 1st and 10 Lakota West from the 32-yard line.
There's their opportunity now, right? Momentum's changing.
Looked like that was numbers. Here we go. We're going to see number 16, Colin Ogletree, right up the gut, off the left side just a bit. Nice job blocking. Did a nice job of extending his hands, getting him above, right where the ball's going to be. Did a nice job standing on the side of the punter, so even if he'd missed the ball, he's still good. Great
look on that replay.
Perfect.
And what I liked about that is he controlled himself as he went in without being reckless. And he knew he had the block. He tried to grab it. It looked like he was trying to grab it with his hands, which is great.
So big play back the other way. 1st and 10 Lakota West from the 35-yard line. See what happens here. Wiles is going to throw the ball.
That's
nice
a great play.
Braden Johnson, and they're going to have another flag.
No.
Another flag thrown.
Unfortunately, that's another flag.
And let's see it again, because I don't think that impacted the play. We'll see what happens here. Looks like the flag's around the 25-yard line.
Let's hear the call.
And Wiles rolled right, saw that he had his running back right in front of him and flipped the ball. So number 3 is going to get the call. That's the wide receiver again, Trey Barnett. So, right, 2 nice plays to the outside, and both times a receiver. So we're going to see it here. He throws the ball right there. There's number 3. It looks like a great stock block.
I'm not sure how that is holding, but
wow.
Well, no comment.
Wow. Yeah,
my mama always said, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all.
So it's going to be 1st and 10. The hold was 10 yards downfield. Here's the thing. The 2 calls, maybes. You don't see both of them called against the same team in the same half. That's a little shaky. And the shame is the official who threw it really wasn't in position to make the call. Here comes Wiles around the left side. He's going to get thrown down for a gain of about 3, maybe 2. But what was interesting, right, is the official who called that hold called it from behind. So he really has no idea on the stock block. That's not his call. There's a guy on the sideline who's supposed to make that call.
I'm not saying anything.
Just, but that's the game, right? You have to be able to recover.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a gain of about 3.
Now, it looked to me that tackle was made by grabbing the back of the helmet.
Let's see here real
now,
quick.
I wonder if he grabbed the edge of the back of the helmet.
Let's see here. Just rolls out that side and looked like a guy pulled him down
his
by
neck. It was his neck.
Yeah. Good play. 2nd and 7 for Lakota West. 11:16 to go here in the second quarter. 32-yard line.
About 8 to go here.
See Johnson and Wiles in the backfield. They just get the snap off. Wiles is probably going to run this one. Try to anyway. Oh, nice. Wow. What a great, that's just a great effort by Wiles.
That is. There was nothing open. Made a couple quick jump cuts. Step here, step there, and then next thing you know, he's running down the field for 12 yards.
You know, and he's known as a great runner. You know, he did a nice job. He waited for the play, waited for it to open up, nothing there, stepped up. St. X had two guys in the middle, and he made 3 or 4 of them miss. Extends the ball all the way down to a first down inside the 20-yard line at the 19. That's really an individual play.
Yeah, that's making something happen.
Big gain there for Lakota West. Now they're inside the 20. Wiles back in shotgun with Braden Johnson with him. Fakes the handoff to the left. He goes right. He's going to get up the field for about 5. Looks like he's going to be inside the 15. And there's that flag.
Late flag after the play.
We could see some extracurricular. Could you tell who was responsible there?
I couldn't see through all the bodies.
The bit partisan Lakota West crowd is expecting that this one will go against St. X. We'll see what the call is. Officials taking a lot of time to talk about it. I think they might be trying to figure out what the spot will be because it's inside, from the 15-yard line. It's going to be up half the distance. Call against St. X.
Yeah, great. The blessing there is they reset the down marker, right? So penalties are going to really make a difference in any game, but especially this game when you're battling so close each year.
So first and 10, or first and goal, Lakota West from the 7-yard line of St. X. Wow, I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah.
The running back tried to take the ball from the quarterback.
He read it. It's a read play. They're reading probably the tackle there. I can't tell if it's the end or the tackle. But
Wiles was able to hold
good read
and run into the end zone. But you're going to see them both 13 tries to almost take the ball. Wiles
it was a great fake. He totally faked out that inside lineman.
Wiles rips the ball almost out of the running backs.
Number 98 is totally faked out.
Nice.
Great execution.
There it was.
That's the word, execution.
So big score. Down to kick. Kick is up and good. That looked like number 30, Jacob Seitz, kicking today.
So here we are, shaping out to one of those West and X battles.
It's kind of interesting, right? Both teams got the benefit of something. They both have a punt block. Here we are, 7-7, 10:26 to go in the first half.
That's right.
Well, I think that was huge for Lakota West. I mean, just to get back to even. I think they feel like they've had a couple calls go against them.
Right.
I think this is like, okay, in spite of that, you're still even.
Well, the great thing is Coach Tom Bolden can go to Westchester TV, and he can pull the film off, and he can send it in to those referees and say, hey, what is up?
Yeah, I don't think they care. So here we are, even game. And what's nice, if you're a Lakota West fan, all things being equal, they've moved the ball a little bit more than St. X. Their defenses have both been pretty solid. Maybe so West has been a little better. So I think that
turnovers, mishaps, and penalties.
So Coffee Adubafor kicks it inside the 5-yard line. St. X is going to get their first return.
That's a nice stop there.
Yeah, inside
right
the
short
20.
of the 20.
Great coverage. So it was a nice high kick. He kicked the ball between the hash mark and the sideline.
Great kick.
Which is really valuable in high school because those hash marks are wider. So if you can get it between that, somewhere over there, almost between the hash mark and the numbers, that definitely allows the coverage team a much better chance to pin them down into that side. So St. X is going to start with the ball first and 10 from the 19-yard line. See if Lakota West can capitalize on good special teams play the last couple, right? A block punt and now a nice kick coverage, and see if they can't make a difference here and have some get the ball back.
Let's see if that nose tackle or interior lineman Giordano can get in there and get some pressure on that quarterback. He should be able to with his size. Should just be able.
Oh, there's a false start. They're going to move it back inside their 15-yard line. If you notice, the running back who was
Yeah.
Fired out front just about a half step before the snap. Put a little more pressure here on St. X. Back inside their 15 now. Looks like they're spotting it around the 14. So big play here for the defense. See what they can do here. If you're St. X, do you try to be a little bit conservative here? Just try to get a first down or two.
You certainly want to focus on getting the yardage, right?
Well, that was kind of. I mean, Herb Street just took the ball straight up the middle, and that defense had nothing to do, right?
But a tight end slant or a running back flat pass or something to get the ball outside into the hands of your athletes, right? You need to make something happen, at least get some yardage and get out of the end zone when you punt the ball.
That was number 7, Judah King, with the tackle, a 6-foot, 242-pound senior defensive lineman. The guy right next to Giordano you were talking about made a nice play there, was able to come in from a little bit further out and crashed it down on Herb Street. He's going to roll right again. They're going to throw the ball out to 17. Play. Nice play. Back to the original line of scrimmage. Maybe gained a yard. Just outside the 20, I believe. So it's going to be about 3rd and 10, 3rd and 9. See where they spot it for sure.
But that's how you do it. You don't have to get it all at once, right? You hear that said time and time again.
And that has been a play that St. X has used, right? They roll the quarterback to the right, a couple receivers in front of him. See if they can't find a little bit of space there. In that case, again, he caught it, not much space afterwards. But, hey, you make one guy miss, you know, somebody sidesteps somebody, and you have a chance to have some more success here.
More importantly, you're not punting from your end zone now.
Here we go, big play. Herb Street back.
It's 3rd and long, but it's not 3rd and long from your end zone.
Going to roll to his left and try to throw back, and here, oh, wow.
Oh.
Throws the ball away again, and I'm not sure.
It looked like number 4 let up.
Yeah, that's Reese Mason off the end.
Yeah. So it looked like he let up a little bit when he got close to the quarterback.
Could you tell, was there just nobody there? He threw it away, or because he was rolling left, did the ball just go high? Did it sail on him?
I think it just sailed on him.
Let's take a look here because he's rolling left. He probably can feel Reese Mason coming up from the outside. I think he thought that Herb Street was going to tuck it. Oh. So he broke down a little bit, to make sure he made the tackle.
Or he didn't want to make a late hit because he's going to throw it.
So nice defense, 3 and out.
Pressure is the key there.
With the benefit of a 5-yard penalty on the get-go. So here we go. St. X back to punt. Number 4 again, Mason. Another short punt. Can Mason get up and catch it? He does. Fair catch inside the St. X territory. About the 47-yard line. Looks like they're going to spot him around the 46.
West has all the opportunity they need right now is to take control of the game.
That was a great defensive series. Right there, right? You score.
Right.
Great kick. You pin them back, 3 and out, ball back in their territory.
Burn 5 to 6 of these 8 minutes left in the half. Get a touchdown. Go in, 14-7, off a good drive, right? Get a good 47-yard drive with a touchdown. Control the clock. Wear that defense down.
Lakota West first down from the 45-yard lines where that ball ended up being spotted of St. Xavier. Wiles back. Going to run it himself up the middle. He does a nice job. He's going to gain it almost 5. He does a nice job with that. Just a little bit of a move, right?
He's got great vision, right? Quarterbacks with great vision are so hard to beat. They don't have to be the fastest. They don't have to be the biggest or the strongest. But if they're smart and they have great vision, you're going to have a hard time beating them.
And some of those interior guys like number 54, Logan Gray, Rogan McKinley, some of these linemen, you love that, right? A quarterback who can be an extra running back for you. Somebody who, if you just engage a defender, they can go right or left and get an extra yard or two. See what happens here. They're going to hand the ball to Braden Johnson. Almost bounced it. Nice tackle, though, from number 1 there for the defense. That was really a nice play. That's Jacoby Clapper.
I still think St. X is keen on the running back. The linebackers are keen on the running back.
Good penetration right to the middle by Clapper.
And they're leaving the defensive backs to keep an eye on the quarterback.
Here we go.
I may be wrong.
3rd and 5, so a big play here at the 40-yard line. Might be 4-down territory. So this is one where you might run the ball here knowing that if you can get 3 or 4, you'd go for it on 4th down.
He's only got 5 yards to go now.
Got 2 backs in the backfield with Wiles. See what they do. Fakes the handoff. He does step back to throw it and is going to be almost brought down.
Just get rid of it.
See if he can find anybody down. He's got
touchdown.
All right. So that's Trey Barnett, number 3. It looks like they're going to stop
Not quite
him.
a touchdown. Oh, but a great scramble drill.
You know,
great scramble drill.
So, as I almost commented, he was about to be dragged down in the backfield. Wiles with a great escape, but even more impressive, rolling to his left, a right-hander, he was able to get the ball, find the open receiver, open
and
downfield.
See him open. And the great thing is the receiver knew he was in trouble, and instead of stopping and running back, he went deep.
So, and really that was a tough play for the offensive lineman. He went so deep, the defender tried to come on the outside, but really nice throw back across his body. Found Barnett open.
I thought he had a touchdown.
Now Barnett had to come back to catch it. With everything was going on there, he couldn't get the ball deep enough.
Who cares? You're in the 10-yard line.
Now you're at the 4,
you know,
first
when you
and goal.
catch the ball, you're on the 10.
Great job by Wiles. And oh my gosh. So
It was false start again.
So here's the question. Are they trying to snap the ball to Gilbert, the motion guy? Because that's the second time where the ball has gone to him.
I think it hit his leg.
The ball has hit him or gone to him instead. So that's going to be a snap infraction. And it looks like when they call the snap infraction, typically means the center, like, false moved it and then moved it again, didn't know it in one clean move.
That's a pretty complicated play.
I don't think that's what they're trying to accomplish. I think it's just poor timing. We'll have to check with the coaching staff on that, but that does move it back. So it's now first and goal as far as it can be to start it out at the 9-yard line, just barely inside the 10. See what Lakota West can do here.
Well, I wanted them to burn 5 or 6 minutes, so this might help with that.
Wiles in the backfield by himself, 4 receivers wide. Think he might run the ball, right? Great tackle there from number 30. I think that was definitely well set up from that perspective.
Ben Lehman.
Nice tackle.
Yep.
And that was one of those, I think they spread the field to let the quarterback try to work his magic in the middle. You'll look here and looked like he made the first guy miss, but number 30 was there. And if he wasn't there, he might have got 3 or 4. He wasn't going to get in the end zone, but nice defensive player. Looks like they're going to spot him a gain of 1, so it's going to be second and goal from the 8. Lakota West is at 10 seconds on the play clock, so they are definitely using a little bit of clock as the game clock is under 5:30 in the first half. Wiles back, 3 seconds to go here on the snap, takes the snap, back to throw. Makes the first group miss again, but they're not going to make the next 2 guys miss.
St. X is really putting pressure.
Whoa. So
really putting pressure on the quarterback here. They're really squeezing in, bringing those linebackers in the backfield. Offensive linemen are looking to stunt a little more.
So that, we're going to see that, right? So he tries to cut up the middle, makes that first group miss.
They're blitzing more.
Getting tackled by 5. Number 1, maybe. I mean, it looks like Wiles thought it was a bit late. And then Jacoby Clapper, number 1, went for an Academy Award and didn't get much there. Acted like he got knocked over.
Yeah, Lehman was on a blitz, and they picked him up. They brush blocked him.
Big play here, Lakota West right now, 3rd and goal from the 12-yard line. Going to be back to pass again. He does have a receiver open. Can he get the ball to him? It is.
We have a flag on the field.
Yeah, wow. The guy in the white hat I guess he wants. They should have told us his name. Apparently, wants to be well known because he sure throws a lot of important flags out here. I'm assuming it's a hold here because that happens when the quarterback's that long, tries to roll off to the right side. It really makes it tough for the offensive line. That's Rogan McKinney, who was called there. We'll see this again. So 57 is the guy we're looking for over on the.
That's a hold.
And Greco-Roman, right? When you take him from the air all the way to the ground, isn't that like 5 points or something?
But the line judge is the one that was calling those holding on the receiver or the defense, the receivers out there.
You think it would be a little hard for the head referee to watch who's got the ball? Well, again, good call.
Hey,
good call.
Glad they're out there. Being a referee is not anything that I would enjoy doing. It is a work, and you take a lot of heat from. So here, regardless who.
3rd and 22. Wiles is trying to keep the play alive. Does a nice job helping his guys. He does get hit late. Just throws it up for grabs.
And it's a touchdown.
Wow.
Making it happen.
Now, I have no idea why the officials are talking to each other.
Yeah, they wanted to see if it was a beautiful play.
You called a touchdown. I saw a touchdown. Yeah.
Tip drill, yeah.
So, an interesting throw, right? I mean, that was just up for grabs. And
it's a scramble drill. They've seen it twice on this drive.
And I guess the hope is my receivers are better athletes than your defenders.
And they proved it here.
But once again, Wiles keeping the play alive is outstanding. Look at this. I mean, this is 3, 4, 5, 6. There's
good blocks there.
It's very hard for a defender.
That's a great throw too. I mean, he had a great height on it. That's a good grab.
Is that number 3, Trey Barnett? What a great play there, though, right? I mean, that was not an easy tip drill.
No.
I mean, he had to make the catch.
No, he dove for it and pulled it in with one hand. It was a great catch.
Wiles,
we'll see it here.
Wiles gets hit here as he finally rolls back. He couldn't go any further, and it was 3rd and 22 or 3rd and goal, but got it up and allowed his guys to make a play. So,
who's that guy in the back of the end zone there? He shouldn't be there.
What a great effort. We're going to see this once more. So watch this. He rolls all the way to the right.
Yep.
Makes those two guys not get to him, and then he just throws it up.
He paid the price too, didn't he? He paid the price.
You know, nice job.
This is a great shot.
And a nice job from number 18. So that was Tyson Davis, number 18. High pointed the ball, got his hands on it first.
But on the third replay, reviewing the third time, the ball was on the ground.
So there you go.
But they don't have instant replay here or out there or video replay. So
on the scoreboard, Lakota West 14, St. X 7 with 4:08 to go here in the first half. Nice deep kick.
You call them as you see them.
Through the back of the end zone. Now that's interesting. We went back to the other kicker, right? We've seen now 2 kickers kick here. This time Kofi kicks it very deep. And you're going to make the defender start here on the 20. So he's kicked off. Our other kicker, Seitz, has kicked the extra points.
So, if I'm not mistaken, West still has 2 timeouts. So, if they use them wisely here, they may be able to get the ball back.
If they can get another 3 and out. Still 4 minutes to go, yeah.
And then just get into a huddle and call the scramble drill and and make a play happen, right?
So looks like 7 Herb Street will be under center, 1 back, 3 receivers left. Just going to do a quick pitch, following those 3 receivers. Brett, 44, nice run. He's going to gain, looks like maybe 5 yards or so. We'll see where they spot him. Right on the out of bounds. Looks like maybe he got up to 26, so he might have gained 6. So 2nd and 4.
It was a good play. 2nd
and 4 as the clock runs under 4 minutes now. In a situation where you probably wouldn't use a timeout, right? 2nd and 4 is a very makeable down in distance.
St. X needs to make some good ground here. They need to get more points on the board before half. They certainly don't want to go in behind. Who does, right? So the object is to get the ball in the hands of your best players, right? The players that make things happen, that put points on the board. So that quick pitch was a good idea.
2nd and a long, he's going to throw back.
This is another great play for the situation.
I think he's going to get the first down. Looks like, yep, they're stopping the clock. Looks like he got it.
Yep. See, there you go, moving the chains.
So nice play from St. X. 3:10 to go. 1st and 10 now from the 30-yard line. So they got just the 10 they needed in those 2 plays. Going to have Britt still in the backfield with Herb Street, Vollmer on the flanker, and 2 receivers to the right. Going to roll right. Got a lot of pressure coming right away. He threw it right to Vollmer. Nice catch, and going to gain about another 7 or 8 yards.
Another pretty safe play, right? Quarterback's moving.
Now
easy pitch and catch.
And what's interesting is you'll see that pressure coming from the backside. Well, what happens? All the receivers are right. He's rolling right. Nobody's responsible for blocking on the backside. The quarterback's supposed to either run, throw the ball, or run.
Right.
Keep going, right? So that guy shouldn't be able to get to the play.
Run option pass.
Looks like they're going to spot him again in 9. 2nd and 1 from the 39-yard line. Herb Street back under center with Britt behind. Going to roll to his left, hand the ball off.
It's a good run play.
Nice play. Oh. I was going to say he's going to get the first down. They did spot him with the first down. So he's going to make it to the 40, no more than the 40.
Clock stops. Move the chains. That was a good, safe run play.
So now it gets interesting, right? Because St. X has 3 timeouts. They've now advanced the ball out to the 40. Do they start thinking about, hey, there might be an opportunity for us to get down there and score a touchdown or maybe even a field goal?
And Windier went out.
And that's one thing they haven't done. They've only rolled out and had receivers right with him. So here we go, back under center. Going to hand the ball again to Britt in the backfield.
Now they need a timeout.
No gain, so see who decides to take a timeout here. Maybe neither. A little bit of a chess match right now. 1:39 to go. So St. X does take the timeout. So you're St. X, you're 2nd and 10 or 2nd and 9, but you're in pretty good field position here. But as you mentioned, you probably need to do something a little bit different. The likelihood that you're going to be with 2 remaining timeouts, that you're going to move the ball 60 yards, the way you're moving the ball these first 20 is probably not going to happen in a minute 38.
However, West is yet to effectively stop that run option pass where Herbstreit's rolling out, and he's got a slot back moving with him, and it's a good pitch and catch. He's pretty accurate. He seems to be pretty accurate there on that type of play. Now, maybe not throw it to the guy short. You send a deeper receiver on a cross, and then maybe throw it over the top, and then you have a big play.
Do you feel like you need something, maybe misdirect or backside, like somebody from the backside comes deep, maybe, a deep
or tight end, or a tight end coming across the middle,
something right to get up in space,
because he gets 20 to 25 yards down. However, you got to have an arm to throw that.
Because right now, every time they roll, when he rolls out, they always have thrown the ball short to that side.
Yep.
So are you lulling the defense a little bit? Because West is just coming off the backside, right? They're going straight.
I think they are. I think that's a good opportunity to look for that deep wide receiver.
And they do have receivers both sides here. Nope, they're going to throw underneath again.
Good play.
Britt couldn't make him miss, so now you're 3rd and 5.
Good coverage, though. Good coverage.
Both coaches kind of looking at each other. Is it worth a timeout with 1:25? Looks like Lakota West has decided that probably not. When we're looking where the ball is, almost to midfield. I think if you're St. X, right, you get a first down here, then you might start playing clock management a little bit. But if you don't get it, obviously you want to if you don't get it, I assume Lakota West will call a timeout and make you punt. See what happens here. 3rd and 4, they're going to get that play clock's under 10. All receivers to the left side this time as Herbstreit rolls that way. Yeah, he's not been nearly as effective, and that's pretty normal, right?
Right.
That a right-hander isn't.
It's a tough pass.
And it looks
at every level.
It looks like he's maybe a little gun shy because of that backside pressure of stopping, setting his feet, because that's what you have to do, right? Yeah. When you're rolling to your left and your right-hander, if you don't stop and set that front foot, it's hard. He's thrown it over him. This one he threw into the ground.
And if I'm not mistaken, that's the first time he didn't overthrow the receiver going that direction, right?
Yep.
It wasn't that bad of a pass. It was just low and away.
So back to punt. We see Reese Mason, who's had a couple nice kick returns, standing around his 23-yard line. He's going to take a fair catch at the 25. So with 45 seconds to go, Lakota West has 2 timeouts, and they have about 74 yards to go. See what happens here. So
run it.
The advantage you have is
go in with
Wiles has been one of your better offense, right? I mean, the fact that his ability to either run or scramble and run.
But you're on your own 26.
But certainly he's had that ability to extend plays, right?
Yeah, run it.
See what we do here. And if you do remember the one long play, he basically it was almost like a long handoff to his running back who was just barely in front of him. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't a very dangerous pass.
It looks like they might pass here.
Well, or you're just spreading the field and let the quarterback try to run it up the middle.
Yep.
Because if you notice, then there's only 5 guys in the middle here.
Create some gaps.
So there you go.
Exactly what they did.
If you can get a block here from 57, solid block. He's going to get about 8. If you're going to do that, you probably take a time. Yep. Looks like they got a play. They're going right back to the line of scrimmage to run it.
Yep.
Here we go. The clock is going to run under 30 seconds.
Get on
2nd and 2. Also kind of interesting, we haven't seen much out of Luca Gilbert. The all-world tight end there. There he is down. It looks like there's going to be another nice hole for Wiles. He's going to advance the ball out, still on his feet. See if they call it a fumble.
Okay.
It looks like Lakota West recovers, first down.
Yes.
So 9 seconds to go. Do you throw it deep? I mean, they've had success on a jump ball. We've had officials not shy of throwing flags on big plays, so you might also have a chance to get a. They're just going to let
the clock's running.
See if he's going to call a timeout with 1 second or not.
No, he's going in at half with the
Take the 14-7 ahead in.
Smart, especially after you put it on the carpet, right?
So there you have it from Lakota West Firebird Stadium at halftime. Lakota 14, St. X 7. We'll be back.
Find your story at Metro Parks of Butler County.
Then hold on tight and dive into the dynamic world of the incredible with its electrifying score that captures the essence of terrorism and adventure. Please join me in welcoming the St. Xavier Marching Band as they take us on this epic journey. 2024 competition show. The show is a Lakota Western, and it integrates the themes from well-known Western-inspired events. You'll hear selections from Fields of Gold, Home on the Range, Magnificent Seven, Tank, and much more. The performers will all be costumed with a Western flair as well. And now, please enjoy the marching Firebirds and a Lakota Western. Your attention, please. If you got a silver Infinity, Belmont, Tennessee license plate BG0989. Once again, silver Infinity, Belmont, Tennessee license plate BG0989. You are blocking traffic. Please move your car or it will be towed.
So Lakota West for the second half of this matchup between Lakota West and St. X.
They're great
Opening kickoff through the back of the end zone.
Wow.
That is number 96, Kofi Adebufor. He is a 6'1", 171-pound junior with a strong leg.
Yes, that was.
So in the first half, Larry, Lakota West 14, St. X 7. Couple blocked punts, couple big penalties. What do we see, or what should we expect to see this time?
It was a great, exciting game, right? Of course, block punt. But what I noticed most about the first half was Lakota West quarterback, his ability to scramble, his ability to get the ball up in the air to his playmaker, and that paid off at least on 2, maybe 3 occasions. Big time first half. Which is why they're ahead 14-7.
Looks like number 3, Xavier Bombers, the junior quarterback back there. He's going to run it straight up the middle. Does a nice job of avoiding the tackle in the backfield. Gains maybe 3.
That's a positive yardage, right?
It'll be interesting to see. We saw mostly Herb Street at quarterback in the first half. We saw Bomer a couple times.
One thing I noticed that both teams are really playing still pretty solid defense, with the exception of the quarterback scrambles and the tip drill plays that they were able to accomplish in the first half. Texas basically stopped that Lakota West run game, and vice versa.
Herb Street back under center. Bomer moves over to the flanker, the other quarterback. Going to see a bootleg attempt.
Good
Throws it to
pressure on the
Bomer.
quarterback.
So great pressure off the end. That was a bootleg action,
Yep.
right? So you're hoping that the motion in the backfield keeps that defender away from you. It did not work out very well for St. X and Chase Herb Street that time. Tried to get the ball to Bomer, the other quarterback, and was unsuccessful. Fortunately for St. X, it didn't tip in the air because Lakota West did have a couple guys who could have grabbed it and scored had it been just a little bit higher.
Pressure from that defensive back really rushed the play, I think, and that's probably why he was overthrown.
So 3rd and 6 here in the first series for St. X from their own 24-yard line. Would be big for Lakota West if they get 3 and out on the first series. Herb Street's going to roll left. Now we notice he hadn't been very successful rolling that way. Just overthrows the receiver by 3 or 4 yards.
But he was blanketed.
And it was right, good pressure, good coverage, and it's a hard throw.
Right.
And again, I'll comment. It was Ogletree there, I think, in defense on the cover. So nice job by Lakota West right off the bat.
3 and out.
And they had several of those in the first half.
Right. Again, both teams have done a great job on defense. It's been the big plays that you must stop that have happened.
Here we go. St. X back, punt formation. We've got Reese Mason. He received the kick for Lakota West on his own 40. He's had a couple nice kick returns. Got a couple of nice catches on this. He looks like he's got a room to work with. Mason's going to go around the right side. Nice tackle.
That was good pursuit.
Looked like he might have been able to break that pass midfield, but he was tackled. But still, Lakota West is starting at their own 47-yard line. So a great place for them to start their first series. That was a really nice tackle by number 6 for the coverage team for St. X. Or that definitely would have been at least another 8 or 10 yards, I think. So we talked a little bit about that. The first half, 2 a block punt each. 2 touchdowns called back for Lakota West because of penalty. Lakota West touchdown on a tip drill. Thrown up for grabs, and one receiver high-pointed ball tipped in the air, and another one made a really nice adjustment. Barnett made the catch.
And the other tip drill was basically putting the ball on the inside the 10-yard line, right? It's just really remarkable plays that are hard to stop.
So there we go again. Wow,
Great
nice play.
Great play. This is going to go for big yardage.
Looks like
Good
they're going
play.
to. It'll be a first down inside the 30-yard line. So Wiles rolled left. He rolled with his receiver, number 13, who's out of the backfield there, which was very successful, right? That's Kenyon Norman. Kenyon Norman had a nice season last year. Here we go. We'll see it.
Take a look at this block on the corner. It's really good blocking to push that corner back out from the Lakota West player. See, that freed him up for the yardage he did get, plus 10 or so.
So First and 10, Lakota West. Wiles with two backs in the backfield. Gilbert leading here. Nice job by 88 Gilbert.
Nice blocking to give him the edge.
So that's Kenyon Norman, number 13 again. 2 plays in a row there. He's a sophomore. The scouting report says he's long and fast, explosive. Oh, by the way, he was on the 4x100 state champion, or state qualifying, state champion. They won the state championship on the 4x100. He was one of the legs of that as well.
Well, give that young man the ball. If he's that fast and he's got those moves, you need to give him the ball a little bit more.
And they show him as a 6'177", so a nice frame there.
2 years to build up, too.
So first and 10 for Lakota West inside the 18-yard line of St. X.
Good ball movement. Getting yards in chunks.
It's been interesting, right? They've had some success not with Wiles running the ball this time. Here he is going to try to scramble. Extends the play once again. He's going to throw that one. So I thought he was going to late flag.
I thought it was interference.
So nothing called over on the sideline. I thought he was thrown out of bounds, but yet there was a receiver there with a little jostling.
Yeah.
There is a flag on the backside. I'm wondering if it was somebody downfield. We'll see what they call. Play took a long time, right? The way he extends that play.
Might have been off.
So ineligible downfield. And that's the thing with Wiles. You will get some of those. The way he extends plays and moves from side to side, it is hard for linemen to remember where they started, right?
Well, they remembered the first half.
You're right. I mean,
so, yeah.
You get a bunch of upside, but it can make things a little bit more challenging because it's not like the lineman can look back, okay, decide, well, wait a minute, am I past the line of scrimmage yet? He also aren't sure if he's going to take off and run.
And maybe a different play call, too, right? It may have been a pass call play before, and this may have been like a quick pass or something where they hold their block for a count or two and then release. And if that's the case, of course, you're going to get a guy downfield.
First and 15. Wiles fakes the ball and runs it up the middle. It looks like he's going to gain about 3.
I think X has made a few adjustments at halftime, and they're really going to key on the quarterback more up the middle and off the tackle.
So far, we've seen a couple of nice plays by Norman. Norman didn't get many handles, if at all, in the first half. Don't have the stats in front of us. Had a little technical difficulty there, but I don't remember him making any significant plays, and he's had 2 already on this first series.
And again, in the first half, this is when Lakota West has stalled. They make some really good plays, get some really good yardage. They get inside the 30 or around the 30, and then X either bows their back and plays tougher defense, or West can't figure out how to get past it.
Ball's thrown and just nothing there. It just threw it pretty quickly. It looked like good coverage, disrupted the route a little bit.
What's that red zone formula West needs to find against X here?
Now what'll be interesting here is the last time they were sitting in this situation, that was Jaden Brugg, Jr., the intended receiver. So the last time when they were at the 22-yard line, Wiles extended the play, threw it up for grabs. And Trey Barnett made a nice adjustment to catch the tip ball for the touchdown. Not traditional offense. See what they do here.
It may be from the 20, but that play looked like it was a 50-yard throw.
I did see the field goal kicker for Lakota West knocking some balls through from. That was Barnett. The ball was just a little bit long for him. Got a hand on it, but the defender got there right at the same time. So it's going to be 4th down and 13 from just outside the 20-yard line. Again, did see the kicker for West. Seemed to be pretty good from somewhere around 35 yards for sure.
Well, they're bringing him out.
This is, and actually we're going back to the kickoff kicker, who shows us a tremendous leg.
Right.
So maybe this is just slightly outside the distance for sights, or they just feel more comfortable with Coffee this time. So Kofi is going to attempt it.
Well, the field goal here will be a major success coming out of the halftime. That 2-score lead.
Attempting it. Oh boy. I believe that's going to be a penalty on Lakota West. So now instead of a 37-yarder, you'd be thinking 42.
These are first game errors, right? The special teams is probably not quite gelling yet. Took a while to set up. They seem to be in a big hurry. Looks like they're leaving them out.
Yeah, I mean, again, kicking off, he's kicking question is he looking at St. X? It looked like were they false keying? Looks like they might have been. Yes.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Yeah. So what it means, right? The defender is yelling stuff, trying to confuse the offense, kind of simulate their snap count. That caused disconcertion.
I thought it was because the defensive lineman raised up in the air and went down real quick, and he kind of flinched a little, but he may have yelled at the same time.
Don't see that called very often, but he's right in front of the official.
We got our 5 yards back.
So there you go. We have back to a 37-yard field goal attempt. Snap hold. Good pressure.
Ground. It's good. Look at that.
Way long.
What a great kick.
I mean, good from 50.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I would say if that was 40.
That was 37. Good.
Okay, he's good
50?
for 47. I would say 47 at least. Let's see that. I want to see some more kicks now.
What a great kick. So here you go. You see him?
He goes.
Good pressure coming off the outside, but I mean, it's
in the track.
I mean, it's over the upright.
Yeah.
So it's higher than the upright. So
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. I mean, that's definitely a great kick. That was Brogdon on the hole. So nice job there. There was a little pressure coming on the outside.
I'm emailing the Cornhuskers tomorrow about that.
There you have it. Wow, he's definitely got a leg. We'll see what happens here again on this kickoff. He hasn't had much problem from the 40 going in to get the 60 yards in the end zone. So that's big, right? 2 scores.
Great.
You're now up 2.
Very successful drive. Good ball movement, good run-pass ratio. And then finally, you're putting 3 points on the board, and you see another weapon that X and every team from this point on this season has to worry about.
And, as you mentioned, he's a sophomore.
Wow, look at that. Out of the end zone.
He's a sophomore. He's a state champion in the 4x100. So in Division I Ohio, that means you're pretty fast.
That's fast.
He's 6 foot, so 170 something. So a nice frame. I mean, you would expect as a sophomore, he'll only get better. Right? The more he plays, I mean, the only thing he might be missing is experience.
Right.
He did play a little bit last year, so we'll see right now.
Well, he's obviously making it click now.
And, and the nice thing is you've got a nice 2-person, punch there with Braden Johnson, who has over 600 yards last year as a sophomore.
Right.
Who's a junior. So you've got 2 running backs with another, more years.
With a kicker like that, defenses have to worry about getting them, not keeping them from getting in the red zone. Now they have to start worrying about threats inside the 30, right? 3-point threats inside the 30.
Nice run by Britt.
Because he has the leg for it. He has the leg for a 50-yard field goal.
Well, and the thing is, with your kicker being able to kick it in the end zone, making teams start at the 20, with your outstanding defense here, you're going to see it. Misdirection, counter back, nice run, so about 5 yards. But with everything that you've got going on the defense and their ability to turn outs, right? I mean, from that perspective, you get a 3 and out, you're going to start with the ball midfield. With a kicking game like that, you don't have to go very far to get offensive, scoring position. Nice defense here. Looked like he gained maybe 2, so we're going to be third and 2, maybe 3. Looks like somebody's injured on the play. Number 0, Cole Mundy, I believe had the tackle and is down on the play.
Well,
looks like
he's cramping. So it is hot. It's warm tonight. However, it has cooled off quite a bit now that the sun is set down. Another beautiful Westchester sunset. I appreciate the fact that you and I have seen quite a few of those from this booth. I look, looking forward to seeing more.
So 3rd and 2. This is a big play, right? If you can, and again, just what we're talking about. If you can stop them here, they're punting from inside their 30.
Right.
Lakota West has done a great job catching the punts. Nice return a little bit last time. So you need like 2 first downs to be in action again.
When they're punting from their side, they're into the field, inside the 30 or so. That changes a lot of things for the punt return team. You can rush that punter. You can aggressively rush that punter.
Good pressure. Herbstreit does a nice job.
So that was a pretty good pass.
Maybe a late hit. not sure. It looked like Herb Street did a nice job avoiding the first pressure.
Right.
Threw the ball just a little bit long.
Oh, here we go.
I think it might have been a late hit. Looked like from where the flag was thrown.
If that pass would have just been a little bit more toward the middle of the field, 3-4 yards.
So they're calling it not because it was late, but they're saying contact to the helmet.
I don't know about that. I would say it was late because he had plenty of time to
His
stop.
neck goes back. So first down, St. X advances the ball out to the 43-yard line. That was a big bonus for them. They would have been punting again right back to Lakota West offense.
Now they're 1st and 10 from the 42. 43.
There we go. Herb Street back. Formation. We're going to try to do like an... Ooh, wow. So they tried to do a little bit of a screen where the receiver comes back toward the quarterback front of around the blocker.
Right. It was well timed. I mean, they had it set up. The ball hit the receiver in the hands, but when you play Westchester, or when you play Lakota's defense, Lakota West defense, many of those young players hear the footsteps coming.
Yeah, and that was, and let's be clear, that was number one, Grant Bierman, a 3-year starter, who's a Purdue commit, about ready to lay the lumber to him.
Right. My point exactly.
It's not that easy.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier up here than it is down there. Here we go, 2nd and 10. They're going to do a quick pitch to the left. Brett puts it on the ground. He's able to fall on it. So we're going to have 3rd and 12.
There's another dumb penalty.
And I believe that one is going to be Lakota West. Looked like one of the defenders threw down number 88 for St. X. So instead of a
Careless.
3rd and long, right, we're now going to be 1st and 10 again. The official did ask the player to just to go visit his sideline for a bit. That is Colin Ogletree, who's made a couple nice defensive plays.
Number 16 of the defense.
The hard part is it had nothing to do with the play.
He was 25 yards away from the play.
The play was already done when that happened.
He locked horns with the wide receiver, and he wanted to make a point. And you know what? That point is
1st down, St. X.
That's right.
1st and 10 for the Bombers from the 44-yard line of Lakota West after these 2 penalties. Here's a reverse. This is back to the other quarterback, Volmer, but he's also their super back.
He's a big boy.
Yeah, it looks like he ran it for about 12 yards.
He's a big young man, and he can run hard, too. I didn't see him take any hits there, but you see him run the ball, and he's ready to lower the shoulder and make his way through you.
That might be the longest this may be the longest offensive play of St. X tonight, right? 12, 13 yards.
Yep.
It's going to be a 1st down at the 32 of West. So 3 1st downs in a row, 2 by penalty, 1 on a nice reverse play.
Yeah. What's his stats again?
For Volmer. Real quick.
Sorry.
So
Yeah, 6'2", 215.
he also has a number of D1 offers, plays a variety of positions. A lot of pressure here. Quarterback got drilled. Good throw deep.
Good coverage.
It looked like St. X receiver had position, but nice recovery by Lakota West.
Actually, that West defensive back had better position on the ball, and the X receiver made up for some of that, and they're lucky it wasn't intercepted.
I think that was number 44, Brett, out of the backfield. So he went down there, and it was a pretty good throw.
It was a kind of like a fullback flood or something like that, out of the backfield.
The quarterback definitely took a beating as he released it. He would not have seen whether or not he caught it or not. Herb Street under center, Brett behind him, 2nd and 10. Power to the right, just not much there against that Lakota West defense. Really did a nice job of falling forward as the running back, make that like a 4-yard gain. Micah Markley is going to get the tackle.
I don't know. I thought number 0, Cole Monday. I thought he was in there too.
Absolutely. So we've seen, it is a outstanding. They fight to see who the first guy is.
Well,
this Lakota West.
That's a good sign when you can't tell exactly who made the stop when there's that many people on them, right? That's good game time.
Well, and if you think about it, your middle linebacker, Bierman, is a Big Ten commit, and yet often the ball doesn't even make it to him, right?
Right.
Now there he is. He was able to get a hand on him, slowed him down. The rest of the team was able to stop him. It's going to be interesting here. We're going to be fourth and about 2, maybe 3.
He's going to kick it.
You know, so you're at the 25. It's a 42-yard kick, but that would put you back within a score. Looks like they're going for it.
Why not?
See what happens here.
This is 4-down territory, I believe.
Certainly, if you go forward, Lakota West trying to fire up the crowd. See what happens here. You see Bomber 3 is going to be under center, looks like, the super back.
Yep.
Now he's actually over on the flanker. Does go to Herbstreit. Herbstreit's going to follow everybody. He's not going to get there.
I don't think he got it.
Nope. He did not get there. Great stop by the Lakota West defense.
Good defensive stand. Great. Those linebackers really read where he was going to. There was no one there.
You know, he got everything he could have out of that, which wasn't enough.
Right.
Looks like there is another Lakota West player with a cramp issue down on the court field.
He got more than I thought he did.
Yeah, like I said, he got everything he could have. I mean, give Herbstreit credit there, right? He put his head down and fought for everything he could. So that's going to be a 1st and 10 for Lakota West from their own 25-yard line. So that's big. Defense was able to stop them. And again, not to discount the penalties, but they only got 1 first down by offense.
Well, yeah, I should rephrase that.
Defense has played well.
That was a good defensive play.
Yeah.
The defensive stand was tainted by all
But by the 2 major penalties, right?
Big time penalties. And preventable, right? It wasn't an aggressive play. It wasn't like a bang bang play. It was poor judgment, and you know that has to be coached out of.
Yeah, certainly the throwing the guy down 25 yards away, the striking the helmet of the quarterback, real time.
Yeah, that was a bang bang play.
But it wasn't. They didn't call it late. Although I think what it is, sometimes when the play's a little bit late, you do.
Yeah.
Right. Kind of the combination of factors.
Well, I thought the backside pursuit hit him late, but the other kid hit him in the head. So which one's more serious? I think they probably had 2 penalties. They could only call one.
So here you go. 1st and 10 Lakota West. Hand off again up the mid. Boy, he's 13 has made some plays here, right? He's quick. He is explosive. You know, the scouting report was correct on him. He has made some real plays out there for Lakota West. Kenyon Norman, that's a sophomore.
Is he the other leg of the 4x?
He's one of them. Yeah, he's one of the 4. So there you go. Look at that.
He holds the ball really well.
And did a nice job of not getting it straight, right? He was able to keep falling forward, was able to make that a 5-yard gain. Boy, if you can add that into the equation.
Yeah.
Here we go. Look, 2nd and 5 for Lakota West. Going to throw it out to 15. Not much there. He had to kind of step back to catch it. By the time he stepped back to catch it, the defense was able to recover. That's Brogdon again, who also held on that field goal. And hold, meaning the holder for the kick, not a penalty hold.
Yeah, you know that
3rd and short.
That split back, that I'm going to call it a veer set. That's the term I know as. Maybe a pro set, I'm not sure, but you have so many options out of that set, especially if you have 2 backs that are very talented, and that's just so much harder to defend. And then you have a quarterback that can run and throw.
Right. It also makes Wiles more effective as a runner when you have to. And here he goes trying to run the ball. Wow.
So, great movement, great vision, great blocking. He's reading the blocks very well.
The hardest thing for a running back to learn is sometimes it's better not to go forward, just to wait, allow it to develop, allow it to open up. That hesitation went from being, a hard 3rd and 2 into a 1st and 10.
You go from wrecking ball or robot, right?
There you go. So 1st and 10 for Lakota West from the 35. Nice play by Wiles. But as you mentioned, the fact that they had to watch the other backs also.
Right.
All 3 backs, the quarterback and 2 running backs have all had carries tonight. Lakota West, 1st down here. See if they just try to keep grinding it a little bit. Fakes the handoff to Johnson.
Good step up.
Oh, boy. So not a great throw. He did such a good job of avoiding the hit in the backfield that he threw a line drive, right? Didn't give his guy, and yeah, there definitely was a little bit of contact down there between the defensive back and the receiver, but that's one of those where you need to throw it up, give him a little bit of time to react to it.
Everything went great. I mean, he stepped up into the pocket really well, and then I think he just rushed it. Maybe pushed it a little bit.
And that's one of those where you need to let your receivers make the play. Sometimes you can't
put a little air on it.
You can't just try to throw it right to them when they're that far downfield, and they're engaged with the defender. 2nd and 10, Lakota West.
You know, when he's in that interior line, he may have got bumped, or maybe someone touched his arm too. I couldn't tell.
Nice play there. Barnett
Great
again.
play.
Barnett's made a couple catches, including that tip drill touchdown. Ball's on the ground. It is a fumble. Looks like Lakota West recovered it. It's going to be 3rd and about 4 after the fumble recovery.
Lakota West has been very fortunate. They put the ball down several times and recovered it on their own.
This is two right about the same territory, right? The one just before halftime, and then this one here right around the 40-yard line. So it's going to be a 3rd and 4 now as a result of losing a little bit on the fumble, but they kept the ball.
Manageable, right? 3rd and manageable.
See what the coach has. Got 2 receivers left. 2 receivers right, 1 back in the backfield along with Wiles. Play clock's under 5. Johnson drifts out of the backfield. Wiles, and that's what you do, right? You spread the field and
excellent play. Great vision. You know, I'm impressed with this quarterback.
He was all GMC last year, right?
Yeah, but he's so, I don't know, he just looks a lot better now. Wouldn't you agree? I mean,
does.
He seems to be more decisive, better at seeing the field and making those critical decisions that are right.
Without a doubt.
Although
his ability to evade, tackle, and extend plays and pick the right time to advance the ball has been outstanding tonight.
But, you know, in that first half, he made some plays that may have been really risky, but it's debatable in the situation whether it was right or wrong, right?
Absolutely.
It's a 4th down. It's, you know.
He's going to throw the ball downfield. They got one-on-one coverage on Brogdon. Brogdon, couldn't disengage from the defense. Nice defense down the sideline. That was Brogdon down the sideline. It is now 2nd and 10 from the St. X 46-yard line.
The defender did a really good job there, right? He didn't interfere with him, but boy, he sure was rubbing him. He was right there with him, giving him a little bump here and there and slowing him down just enough to where that ball was overthrown.
So we see Brogdon back in there. We see both running backs are in there together again, along with Wiles, the 3 of them in the backfield. Brogdon top, Barnett downside, and you've got Luka Gilbert, the Miami, Florida commit, as a flanker. Here he comes across, he fakes right, comes back. They're going to try to run the ball up the middle there to see if they could catch him, napping a bit. They were able to gain about 2. That's going to make it 3rd and 8, maybe 9.
You have to run those. You have to keep them honest, right? The quarterback can't run it every time.
So although the kicks maybe we are, but we're not.
Maybe you can.
We wouldn't think that we're in field goal range at this point. So you're probably, if you're Lakota West, right, you're thinking 4 down, right? That you have 2 downs here to get a 1st down. So can you find something 5 yards and makes it interesting?
Or do you punt it and make sure he doesn't punt it into the end zone, punt it out of bounds or something of that nature?
Wiles back to pass. He throws the ball toward Gilbert. Gilbert, ball was just a little bit down and away on him.
I think if you look at this replay, that receiver had a hold of him. I think he had a hold of him.
Yeah.
But they're not calling it.
So you're going to be, they haven't at all. Either way, right? They haven't called the downfield jostling. They're letting them play a little bit. The holds have been where they've called it, not the other. So they are going to be punting. Trying to pin them deep, as you mentioned. They're at the 45-yard line. So Joe Marquardt is going to get a chance to try to pin St. X inside their 20-yard line.
You guys in the truck?
Joe Marquardt back to punt from standing at his own 42-yard line.
Camera movement and stuff like that.
There you go. Good kick, caught around the 10. Nice return. They're going to throw him out of bounds inside the 20. So 17-yard line. So with 1:12 to go here in the third quarter, Lakota West leads 17, St. X 7. And it's going to be 1st and 10.
You guys do what you need to do.
Spotted at the 17-yard line.
Making sure you guys are in there. Thanks, guys.
So what do we think here, right? So you're still up 10. The game's kind of settled into a little bit of back and forth. No points.
Another 3 and out is what you want.
That's what you're trying to dial up if you're the defensive coordinator for Lakota West.
And then attack that punt.
You know, St. X has not yet shown the ability to move the ball 80 yards for a touchdown, or in this case, 83.
You know, if they're looking for a big play and a big pass play, and they get a sack, that's
Herb Street going left, following everybody. First big run for him. I think he's out of bounds, close to the first down. See where they spot him. Looks like maybe a yard or two short.
a great first play, though. Certainly getting them in closer to the 25, 30-yard line is a lot better than
so
being.
As you look, everybody in white is moving left. Does do a nice run there. He had to step out of bounds, short of the 25-yard line. Looks like they're going to spot him right at the 25. So it'll be 2nd and 2, and that and the touchdown he had are his 2 long runs today. See what happens here with that Firebird defense. See if they can dial something up here as the third quarter moves under right at a minute. Good pressure straight up the middle. They're going to try to screen back. Nice play by Lakota West. He's going to receiver did a nice job running through that, but slowed him down.
Play.
He slowed him down enough to.
Yeah, that pressure was designed to let it. That was to let those defensive linemen release into the backfield, throw that screen, and it was a great setup. They did a good job. He broke that first tackle, and that's what got him the first down.
And you'll notice there, right, number 10 for Lakota West, that is Yaslin Salam, was able to slow him down.
Yep.
So it still was enough for the first down out to the 35-yard line. 1st and 10, St. X with 35 seconds to go here in the third quarter.
Yeah, the receiver made a great escape in that leg tackle.
Tried to run the old wheel route.
Yep.
The back out of the backfield, goes to the sideline, then tries to run up the sideline. Incomplete. Just really, that's a touch throw.
Absolutely. It's so critical on wheel routes, screen routes, things of that nature, that the timing be precise, right? I haven't seen that tonight.
And
that's something they need to go back and work on if they're going to run those plays.
It's also pretty challenging against Lakota West. They tend to bump and get hands on guys, so you don't get right into your route like you do in practice. 2nd and 10. Here comes, you can see Lakota West coming off the backside. Nice job on the play side. Good cut by the running back. Could have been a loss. That's where he became a gain of 3, but it is going to leave us 3rd and 7. But see if St. X runs it or they let the third quarter expire.
Yeah, it's a great play from the defense here. Everyone did their job right. Forced the running back inside, didn't let him get the outside edge.
So there you have it at the end of 3 quarters. Lakota West 17, St. Xavier 7. Good evening. Welcome back to Lakota West Firebird Stadium here in the friendly confines, at least this half. After 3 quarters, Lakota West is up 17-7 over St. X. Larry, after the first quarter, it didn't look like that was the case, right? 7-0 St. X.
Right. A lot of penalties, a lot of mishaps, blocked punts. First game, we'll call them first game jitters and first game mishaps that you kind of expect, right? But you also have to limit them, right? Okay, get them out of the way. And I think that's what Lakota West has done here. We've seen a few lapse of judgment penalties, but when it comes to executing the plays, they've been doing a really pretty good job. No offsides, no jumps, no holding, no personal fouls, other than the ones that were way away from the play.
So here we go. 3rd and 7 for St. X. Big play for the Lakota West defense. Herbstreit back to, oh, wow, great pressure. Nice job avoiding it.
He escaped.
He's definitely got the first down and more.
That was a great play.
Still on his feet, still on his feet. Great run by Chase Herbstreit. Takes it all the way down to the 24-yard line of Lakota West.
Yeah.
Great scramble. And as many people probably don't realize, his father was actually a strong runner in high school, right? At that time under Bob Gregg, Centerville ran the ball. But here you go, makes a guy miss in the backfield. Here's the big play here, right? He was able to run through 2 tackles. Defender got caught flat-footed, another one flat-footed. Great play. That was, wow. If you're St. X, you needed that.
Yes.
That was 3rd and 7.
Coach Bolden should be really angry with his defensive backs there. They ran alongside of him, didn't close. They didn't close the gap. They didn't close and cut him off and stop him from running the ball. They ran with him instead of into him.
So
but I'm not on the field, so I can't see what they see just up here on the video, right?
So that changes the dynamic greatly, right? Now you're down for sure in field goal range, but you obviously want to punch it in here. Get back within a score, have some momentum.
Flips the field.
See what St. X could dial up here. Herbstreit in the backfield along with Britt. They're going to reverse it back to throw. Remember, this is the other quarterback, although, boy, he's got some room to work with. He does throw to the end zone. Intercepted out of the end zone.
Out of bounds?
Out of the end zone, yep.
That's all right. He was covered.
It looked like Vollmer could have run that ball.
Yeah.
And it didn't look like he had an open receiver. And that is the other quarterback for St. X. So Vollmer, who's kind of the super back, plays a lot. But it looks like on the reverse again, I mean, it looks like there's some room to work with on that side. Right? Doesn't it look like you could have at least got 5 or 6?
Maybe got 5 or 7 yards out of it, but I think they were after 6 points on that play.
Great defense downfield. I mean, there was nobody open.
It was totally covered.
So 11-10 to go here in the 4th quarter. Lakota West still up 10, but St. X threatening here at the 23-yard line of Lakota West, 2nd and 10. Going to hand the ball back to Britt, and there's going to be a hold. So for those of you who maybe thought there were a couple calls that went against Lakota West that maybe were questionable, whether they were or weren't, this one, a big gain down inside the 10 is coming all the way back for a hold.
Yeah, and I was going to comment that St. X has run a really clean game in the second half. Very few penalties, if any, that I can't remember. This may be the first during the second half. Holding call or off, you know.
The disconcertion.
Yeah, right.
So here we go, right? So that's going to make it a little bit tougher because that was barely downfield. Looks like they're going to be on the 31-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and about 18.
2nd and 18.
It would be first,
Is
right?
it first now?
Yeah, right. Pretty sure that was the first down there, and the penalty would reset it. Britt with another nice run. I tell you, 44, Britt has come to play here this half. He wasn't overly impactful in the first half as the running back, but he's made a couple nice plays here. So a pretty good gain there. Going to see that here. Herbstreit just drifts back.
He set it up well, too.
Yeah, he did.
He did.
Back out of the backfield has been a feature receiver option for St. X today. So it is, I guess, 3rd and 9. Big play here, right? You're at the 22-yard line, probably in field goal range, which could get you in a score. But boy, the way as promising as this was after that Herbstreit run, you want 7. There they go. He's going to run the ball to Britt up the middle again. Britt's going to be short. Nice job there with the defensive line. Nice tackle there for Lakota West. Going to be at 4th and 5, 4th and 4. So here we go. This is a huge play, 4th and 4. Looks like Herbstreit and Vollmer both on the field. Wow, this I mean, 9:25 to go. Still a lot of time with a 2-score game, but boy, if St. X doesn't convert, this could pop their balloon, right?
Well, I'm surprised they're not kicking a field goal here to get it to a 1-score tie game.
Herbstreit rolls right. He's going to try to run it. He is going to be,
He did not get it.
you know, once again, great effort, but it definitely looks like he's going to be short. That was another great effort, though. That's the second time where he should have been way short on a 4th down run, and he was able to fight and squirm and push and get close.
We have a player down on the field there, number 44.
Looks like they are going to measure this, although, I mean, it looks clearly short.
Yeah.
You know, last we looked, those lines are parallel.
Yeah.
So looks like it might be at the knee. Ouch. Don't ever want to speculate.
Yeah, we don't ever want to see that either. I'd rather see him lifting his leg up in the air and pushing on his toes.
So they are going to measure. This is one of those things where
it's 2 yards short and they're still measuring.
Well, you want to come measure, but you don't want to get your chain too close to the injured player, right? You want to give them all the space and time they need, and obviously nothing's going to happen. Here, we'll see this again. And yeah, so 44 is going to be in the. We're going to see him here to our left. So he's just back behind the play. You can see him back here on the ground on the very right bottom, top, corner of the screen. He is walking off the field, so hopefully it was just hopefully it's just contact.
Yeah.
There you go. You can see him coming off. He looks all right. Let's hope. He's a big man there in the inside of that interior of that defensive line. That's Vincent Giordano.
Yeah,
we've talked about him early. He looks like.
I've been watching him. He's a massive.
It was kind of interesting. If you saw the guy with the chain, he came out and he was just. I mean, he walked out. He was a foot past, and he just looked at the ref like, "Here it is. You want to measure it?" I mean, it's a yard short. Yeah. But I guess 4th down, keep possession. You're giving them every chance, right?
Yeah,
Let's just make darn sure, because you don't want anybody to speculate that maybe that was close enough.
And if they ask for it, I think they have an obligation to give them the measurement. They might have just bought themselves a little bit of time there to regroup and motivate the defense.
So how much momentum? Maybe not give to Lakota West, but take away from St. X, right? Because you're still down.
What I don't want to see
now the clock starts coming on your mind, right?
What I don't want to see here from the Lakota West team is playing not to lose, right? They're up by 10 points. They get it in a comfort zone, but here on this end of the field, anything can happen. So they need to be a little more aggressive than they have been.
There they go. Everybody to the right side. We'll get back
That's a good play.
Back to Johnson running the ball.
Play.
Now, and we haven't seen Johnson run the ball in a while, right?
He ran that well.
We'd seen it being run by the other back, Norman, but Braden Johnson, the junior, runs for a 1st down. So nice run there, but like you said, mixing it up, right? It could have been Wiles, it could have been Norman.
Nice.
Just got tripped up a little bit there, but a really nice run, almost to the out to the 30-yard line. So getting a little space.
Yep, that was a great shoestring tackle.
We had talked about St. X not having the ability to drive the ball 80 yards for points. And that's been close, right? The last 2 drives, there it is back to Barnett, makes somebody miss a little bit.
Good.
Yeah, that's just a long handoff, right? He gets 2 or 3 yards, keeps the clock moving. Safe play.
Yeah.
But let's just look at the last 2 drives for St. X. They've moved the ball more than 50 yards short of scoring. And that's the nice thing about making them start at their own 20 or inside their 20, to 17 the one time. So there it is. Nice. Really, it's just a long handoff, right? You're throwing it out to a back or to a receiver when there's no defender in the backfield.
I was surprised we didn't see a flag there because it looked like the West gave a push in the back. But
2nd and 8. Clock now under 8 minutes. Lakota West still up 10. You see Gilbert steps left, try to move the defense, and then Wiles tries to cut back. Great tackle in the center of the line there, right? It looked like they had something. And that's number 1 again. Well, I mean, Jacoby Clapper is legit. They've talked about him being a special player, and he's really showing that tonight. He led their defense in tackles last year as a sophomore, and he does have a bunch of P5 offers. I mean, he and we've seen it tonight. He's legit. He is a difference maker, just like Grant Bierman is in the middle of that Lakota West defense.
Both teams are just chocked full of talent and
young talent.
Yeah, and we're lucky to get to watch them.
Boy, 3rd and 7. And it looks like, see what the call is on the sideline. Offside. Offsides on the offense. So somebody must have lined up wrong here. I was talking to Gilbert, number 88. And Brogdon over there, the official. But I don't think anything's going to change. So that's going to make it 3rd and 12.
Number 88 of the offense lined up in the neutral zone. 3rd down.
So here we go, just approaching 7 minutes to go. Well, and what it is when, right, he lined up in that zone, which is, in theory is unfair to the defense because you're supposed to allow that space between you. So you can't line up all the way up.
That's offside.
And it's the
same. Defensive was encroachment.
And it's the same. Yeah. It's the same signal, right?
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
It's offensive offsides, I guess, for lack of a better term. But here we go. Big play here. 3rd and 12. 6:47 to go.
Going to see a pass here?
Inside their own 30.
Nope.
Here comes Wiles. If we can get a block. Once again, Jacoby Clapper, right? It's like, hey, if Reese Mason 4 can block him, there's a chance.
He shucked him.
And, so what could have been a 7-8 yard gain, maybe a chance for a first down, became a 2 yard gain.
Watch him just move this guy out of his way.
What a great play. See how he keeps that left hand outside of 4? I mean, great technique, well played. Joe Marquardt back to punt again here. See what they can do. This, they have, St. X has blocked 1 kick so far.
Yeah, that's the worries.
Which allowed them their 1 touchdown, right? They started at the 8 yard line. Here we go, just 1 guy back. Lakota West has everybody in but 1 gunner. Wow, that was
awesome.
And it's going to be a fair catch.
And he almost got to it.
So a nice play by the punter, Marquardt, right? I mean, the snap wasn't ideal. By the way, the rest of the snaps have been ideal.
Right.
So this one was a little bit off, but he recovered it. He got the punt away against some pressure. Yep. So Rowan and did a nice job.
If we can see it again, you can see him turn his body a little bit away from the rush, and that gives him just enough room to get that out of the reach of the defender trying to rush.
And he still ended up with 39-yard punt, no return.
Right.
I think you'll take that all day long, right?
Yep.
Again, for St. X perspective, here you go. You'll see it. Look at that. Had to go right up. Just got it off. Now look, St. X hasn't been able to go 80 yards to score. Can they go 70? Can they go 70 yards to score, or 60, 60 whatever, 6?
I'm not sure what route was being ran there, but he wasn't.
It just seems like when Herb Street moves a little bit to his left and throws it, it's not a very effective play for St. X tonight. Right. We've talked about a couple that seem to sail high. That was another one in the dirt or in the turf. I guess there's not dirt anymore out there. 2nd and 10, 5:51 to go. St. X trails by 10.
They need to put some points up quickly, whether it's 3 or 7.
A lot of screen game going here. Oh, that's Grant Behrman.
Yeah, that was another great read.
Middle linebacker.
They had that read from the get-go.
And St. X has done a lot of that. They've done a lot of the screen, right? You'll see how easy the rushers can get right through. They kind of let them go so they can drift out the block. Behrman the offensive lineman turned to look for him, and number 1 just flashed right by him into the receiver.
Correct me if I'm wrong. That was a hip drop tackle, correct?
I didn't catch that side of it.
Have they banned that in high school as well?
I am not sure if they've extended that yet or not. Right. So it's 3rd and 12 from the 30-yard line. 5:06 to go. Big play here. I mean, it's not 4-down territory. Oh,
yeah, wow. He called it.
And I don't think it's 4-down territory, right? So you need to get a first down here.
Yeah.
But if you don't, with under 5 minutes, 3 timeouts left, but wow.
3rd and manageable goes to now 3rd and 9.
Yeah, no, this is going to be 3rd and 18 or 17.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm reading the wrong. I'm looking at the line marker.
I think St. X is going to take a timeout. I think they're thinking exactly what we just said.
Yep.
This is a pretty big play.
Yep.
Now, I don't think they have a play in the playbook that they could confidently get 17 yards. They've gotten a couple plays, but those plays broke loose, right? The plays they've got that have gone for more yards than this were plays that should have gone shorter than that. They just made great individual efforts to extend plays, to run through tackles, those kind of things.
It's an extremely difficult situation. They have 5 minutes to go in the game.
And what I mean
down by 10 points.
And what I mean is, they haven't thrown the ball 20 yards downfield to a receiver, that the ball in the air 20 yards. We haven't seen that yet from St. X offense. They've thrown a couple, but nothing even really close to a reception of that kind of distance. Everything they've been able to do has been getting the ball to people well short of the line and having them make a play, an individual play. Herb Street had the long run on a 3rd down.
So you're calling the play, Brent. What is it?
I think you have to try to, I think what you need to do, and I don't think you can roll left. That does not work, so you're going to need to roll right.
The timeout by St. Xavier was called before the false start. Therefore, there will not be a 5-yard penalty.
So the update is St. X called a timeout before the false start. So we're back to 3rd and 12.
Well, I wish we had a camera on that sideline.
3rd and 13, perhaps.
Calling a timeout before that motion.
So, but still, the point remains the same, right? So I think you have to roll right. The tough part is you're on the right hash already. I think maybe you need a backside receiver, maybe the guy
middle screen.
Bring the guy from the left side back across the middle. So here he is rolling right again. Good pressure on him. He's going to throw it downfield. Wow, nice defense.
Great coverage.
It looked like Britt had a chance to make that play.
Yes.
That was the closest long downfield play they've had yet.
But West defensive back number 4.
That's Reese Mason.
Did a great job. Watch this play. He gets his hand in there and knocks it loose.
So 44, Jacob Britt, the running back, was downfield again. It looked like he had a real chance. And then well played by Reese Mason. We've called Reese Mason's name a lot. It doesn't hurt that he's a kick and punt returner for being called a lot. So here he is standing at the 39-yard line. 4:53 to go, but at 4th and 13, if you're St. X, you have to punt, and really you have to hope for something happen, right? High punt. He is going to, and he fair caught it, which good smarts play, right? You are up 10 points.
Here it is.
What you don't need to do is make a mistake. Right. So fair catch, you got that.
Grind it out. Make them burn their timeouts. And get a first down.
And the thing about it is, though, even if they use your timeouts, even if they stop you, they have to score twice.
Right.
So they don't have any left to do it again. So what you want to do is make sure they use those timeouts. Either, right, you need first downs or they need timeouts. What you can't do is make life easy for them. You can't have guys, go out of bounds. You can't have incomplete passes. You can't do the things.
Now, your priorities totally change here, okay? For West, it's burn the clock, right, and yards secondary.
Here we go. Wiles hands the ball off to Johnson. Braden Johnson's going to run it off the left side. No gain on the play. Nice defensive play there. And if you look at this, you can see St. X has every single player within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. Pretty quickly at the end of the play. So they know that too, right? They know Lakota West is planning to try to run the clock out, and that means they've used 25 seconds or so already. They won't have to snap this until we get under 4 minutes.
Right.
So here we go for Lakota West. I would assume if they run it unsuccessfully this time, St. X will use the first time out. Wiles back. Shotgun again with Johnson. He's going to hand the ball. Nope. He's going to fake to Johnson. Here you go. He's going to run the ball, but there's a penalty.
Yep.
And that's usually where we expect to see a holding call.
I would expect a holding call.
James Strayhorn, flag on the field. Holding, 77 in the offense. 10-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Now, in the advantage, right? So it's a 10-yard penalty. It's going to be 2nd and 20.
Okay.
We'll see this. It's 77 on the right tackle. You'll see him right there. The defender.
That referee looked like Kurt Herbstreit.
I don't think that was 77 with the hold. I think they gave us the wrong number.
I got all jittery there because it looked like Kurt Herbstreit was out there in the referee uniform with the hat on.
So I didn't see it that time because they had called 77. We watched him. It wasn't him. Here we go again.
Sorry for the distraction.
We're going to see Johnson's going to run the ball. Good hard run. Going to get 3 or 4 yards. It's going to be 3rd and long, 3:45 to go and counting. Little surprised. Thought St. X might use the timeout here. I guess they're going to be comfortable. You know, it's going to go under 3 minutes if Lakota West wants. Or right at 3 minutes, I guess. So good run. Advances it back out to the 26 or 27 yard line. It's going to be still 3rd and probably, 13 or 14? No, still 17, huh? Wait a minute. Here we go. So 3rd and 17. Wiles back. Fakes the handoff, runs it himself up the middle. Just nothing there.
They still had that.
Nothing there against that center of St. X. They are going to take the timeout here with 2:59. So St. X has 2 timeouts remaining. Lakota West will be punting, but they've blocked a punt. They came awful close to blocking a punt last time.
I'm excited for the next 2.5 minutes because we're going to start seeing some air balls.
And St. X got close a couple there, right? I mean, early on, it didn't look like they had any ability to throw the ball downfield. That last series, right, there were a couple plays that were...
I can't think of one pass play where Lakota West has been burned.
They've not. And so you just wonder, though, that rollout with the 2 receivers kind of taking the short patterns. Do they do an out and up? Do they do, something and go?
Yeah, I mentioned that during the first half where you do the rollout in the flat, but you look for someone dragging deep across the middle, and you throw it over the middle.
I think the challenge has been that by the time they get over, they don't really have time, right? The Lakota West defense, I mean, he gets enough time rolling right to throw the ball, but he can't really get much past the line. I mean, they're there, right? The defense is there, so if the guy's not there right away, it's going to be a challenge. And, boy, if you have to step back to look to the backside, the way Lakota West has been coming off the backside, you may get one right in the grill. So here we go. Marquardt back to punt again. This is big. If you're Lakota West, do you bring a gunner? Do you stay? Yep. Nope. They keep the gunner out there. It looks like Lakota West might. Are they short a player?
They are. You spotted it.
Yikes. You know, it's not often you think, well, blocking for the punt is a key play. It is a huge play right now.
Huge play.
There you go. Nice job. Nice. And you know what? That was a great snap.
It's not a pretty punt, but it'll be fine.
Yeah, and that was a great snap, right? That was his best, quickest snap back to the punter. Punter maybe short-legged it a bit.
And that was the punter's worst punt. and it was still down here,
and
30 yards.
It looked like maybe he short-stepped it just because the key was, hey, you got to get this punt.
Get it off your foot.
If you get it off your foot, it goes down 20, 25 yards. That's important because, again, St. X needs 2 scores.
Right.
So here they are. They're 1st and 10 from their own 42-yard line.
And really, the one score that they did get was off a block punt.
Off a punt block. Great special teams play.
The West defense has played really good tonight.
Yeah, the only points that Lakota West has allowed today came off a drive of 7 yards.
Right.
So here we go. St. X, see if they can try to do something a little bit different. They're in a shotgun. They got one back. 1 receiver left, 2 right. See what they can do here, if they can come up with anything else out there. Good pressure from Bierman. Oh, boy.
Wow.
So I think Bierman tipped the ball, right? It was thrown.
A pass. It's an incomplete pass.
He came unblocked. Watch number 1, Bierman. He sneaks out to the outside.
He's got his hands up. Watch.
A nice play call, right? If you saw, so the other guy for Lakota West, 10, cut inside, and Bierman was unblocked on the outside and knocked the pass backwards. Great defensive scheme there by Lakota West, right? They sent 2 guys with 1 guy to block him. 2nd and 10, St. X from the 42-yard line. See another guy coming off. Here he comes off the end. Kind of the same, he's just going to throw it away.
Yeah.
Wow, it's kind of the same thing there, right? Lakota West sent 2 guys off the same side, and the defense really couldn't. That was Judah King's.
They're coming hard at him.
Right, 7 was Judah King coming hard. I mean, that was Cam Thomas, number 8, also got a lot of offers. But 2 guys come, and 20 came out of nowhere, right? So they had to slide in, pick up Derek Edwards. who right before the end of the third quarter we missed, made a really nice defensive play. Boy, right? So you sent 2 guys on with 1 blocker. So that is, Lakota West has great players, but it's also great defensive calls, right? They're putting they're putting St. X in positions they're not ready for.
Yeah, they know what they have to do.
Britt coming out this side might be a hold. Yeah.
Yep. That's going to come back.
Yeah, so that's probably going to make it about 3rd and 21. Hold right just barely in the backfield. But you know the thing is, Micah Markley made the tackle. Downfield.
Number 75 for X is down.
But the penalty, sometimes penalties are like, boy, that was dumb. These are forced errors. Lakota West is just firing in there. They're just trying to get helmets on guys.
These are penalties that you're trying to do your best to make something happen for your athlete that has the ball.
Yeah.
Right.
If you don't do something to keep that guy out of the play that they held, then either he's going to make the play or nobody's to block the other guys who are going to make the play. Lakota West is, what it looks like right now, they're outnumbering the St. X blockers. Wherever St. X is trying to go, it looks like Lakota West knows, and they're putting 2 guys on 1 guy on that spot.
I will say this. I think Lakota West's offense is much further along this year than it has been in years past. Just from a technique and from an execution standpoint, the pass timing, the quarterback run, and the vision and the ability he has to make things happen and get through the line of scrimmage and avoid tackles. That means a whole lot to momentum and getting the ball moving down the field. Really, really good showing for the first night.
And obviously having the returning all-GMC quarterback, Sam Wiles back. A couple things that Sam does right. He is a good runner, great runner, I would say. The way he can make people miss, he extends plays. He's just more in control, right? I mean, it puts you in a better. You have longer to find the open receiver.
He threw the ball very well tonight. Even in high-pressure situations, he threw the ball very well, very consistently, and exciting things are going to happen for that team, for the West team this year.
Yeah, I think the offense is only going to get better because let's call it like it is. St. X they have some elite defensive players here. Clapper is
right.
You may not see the only comparable defender in the middle of the defense that you might see if you're Lakota West offenses is when you play against Grant Bierman in practice.
Right.
I mean, these guys they've got some elite players on both sides of the ball here for both teams. So that's huge. So here we go, 3rd and 20.
Hats off to the coaches for figuring them out too, right?
Right.
Good play calling.
You can see, obviously, Lakota West only rushing 4. They're dropping a lot of people back. Britt's going to go downfield, but it looks like Herbstreit's going to try to run, and he will. And he will get the first down and more. Nice job. So Herbstreit's had 2 really nice runs on third and long for first downs. I think it looks like Cole Mundy, number 0, might be down there in the center of the Lakota West line. Let's see where he is. Oh,
he's cramping.
Oh, yeah, you can see it right there. It happened.
If you could pick out one weakness on both defenses, that is tracking the quarterback run, right? Even though they're making it look like a pass play, they lost sight where the quarterback is when it came to running the ball.
Yeah, and it looked like on that defense, Lakota West was in more of a prevent.
Yeah.
And because of with only 4 guys rushing, one of the rushers looked like he cramped up.
Oh,
so they really only had 3 guys rushing. And it spread the field out, and they just weren't in position. I mean, Grant Bierman, made the tackle, but how many yards downfield? It was just the field got so spread out.
30 yards.
Yeah, right. So
they should have been able to close.
The field got so spread out that they weren't in a very good position. It was almost like they were in a prevent in the old parlance. And as a result, they weren't playing the normal positions. Like you said, they changed what they'd been doing successfully. Yeah. They did something different. You almost wonder, it's like...
Well, maybe it's a communication thing, too. There must be some sort of call when the quarterback goes across the line of scrimmage and takes off running, right?
I'm even meaning more, should have they kept running that pressure that they'd been successful with? I mean, I get it. You don't want to.
Blitz.
Yeah, here he comes off the outside again, but good Britt, nice run, maybe 10.
That's a good play selection, too. It's a run play. It's along the sideline, so the safe play to get out of bounds to stop the clock.
Look like 5. Micah Markley with the tackle. Look like Derek Edwards 20 with a little bit of pressure there. Looks like a 1st and 10. We are under 2 minutes. The pace of the game has slowed down here from 2:59 to 1:44. Took us about 20 minutes of real time.
Well, I've been to enough of these games to know, though, that this game's not over yet. Right?
You just feel like Lakota West is just trying to keep the clock running, right?
Yep.
They're just, hey, just keep making, just keep running clock.
I do like the fact they're blitzing more. We haven't seen them blitz this much the entire other game. This drive is when they broke out the blitzes and the rush ins, right?
And they're
putting the pressure. They know the quarterback's got to pass, so they're pressuring.
And the other thing you would like to think, right, if you can force him to one side of the field defensively, if you've narrowed the guy down to like 25 yards width-wise, it should be easier to contain him.
Yeah.
Now Herb Street and now Brett, made a liar of that comment, but. Looks like the same ex-player. It looks like it's a cramp as well. You see him when you see him pushing back that the foot
the leg,
and the toes. Yeah. Incredibly painful. But boy, as a former player, you like to see that because that's
But yeah, that's not a injury. That's a therapy, right?
Exactly. Exactly. So an offensive lineman out for at least a play there. And the toughest part about cramping up. There's not much you can do real time, right? That was what needed to be done yesterday or this morning or whatever the case might be.
They need to give him some liquid IV and give him some water and have him take a break.
Pretty sure with 144, you're right. You're just hoping he loosens up and doesn't happen again.
Right.
Herb Street back. Lakota West doing that same thing again. He makes a nice job. Run the ball. Herb Street. He's out of bounds, still on his feet. But he gained about another 11.
And he stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, so here's what 1:37 to go. But here's what we're seeing, right? Lakota West, look how deep their defense is. You can't really see it from this angle.
Yeah.
They are so deep because they don't want to get beat for a quick score, right?
That's what I'm talking about in getting too complacent, right?
You can see, look at from the line of scrimmage, there's, nobody. Look, they're finally find a player, Reese Mason, coming up. But you had the defensive line, and then you had about 10 yards to the next players. And I get it, because they have to score twice. You don't want them to score quick. Herb Street, they're going to call some interference there, and on Reese Mason. There was some, Larry. I think I saw contact.
I don't. Yeah, but I don't know if he was pulling on him or rubbing on him that hard.
We'll see what that looks like there. It doesn't surprise me that they called it. So you can see the receiver just goes out. I mean, the one side says as a defender.
Oh yeah, he had a hold of his jersey there.
Here's the thing, right? Yeah, if you thought you were beat in high school, that's a smart play because you only get half the distance, right? Like in the pros, you get the spot anyway where you would have happened, but here it's half the distance, and you're now 130. So they still have to make a play to get in the end zone from the 11-yard line.
He did grab the pads there. Yeah.
Definitely impeded his ability to get down the sideline. Herb Street back to pass again. He's going to throw it right to the goal line. Nice. Now there's a nice play.
Yep.
So there's Mason saying, okay, maybe you got me that time, but I'm going to get you right back here. Nice job. Kept the left arm away from him when he reached out with the right arm to knock the ball loose. Pretty good play, right? The receiver got right in the corner end zone, stopped. So nice play by Mason. 1:25 to go. Second and 10 from the 11.
Here they need to get after the quarterback.
Don't you think you want to make him make a play?
At least put a spy on him.
When you've made him make a play, right? His runs have been when you didn't pressure him and he got
doesn't matter which quarterback they use.
He got an open field. Yep. Don't you want to force him to? Don't you want to have force him to do something?
Yeah.
See what Lakota West does. Looks like they might come off the outside. Looks like he's going to run it up the middle. Nice little cutback from Herb Street. And I'll tell you one thing, that's a huge play for Lakota West, keeping him out of the end zone here.
Yep.
Even though it may be, right, it's third down at the 2.
Keeps the clock running.
The clock's running. We're going to go under a minute before they even get a chance to run another play. So that's huge because remember, they need another score. I think Lakota West has too many players. Going to take a timeout here with 1:03 to go. And also to remember on this play, it's 3rd and 1 from the 2. So they can actually get a first down without going in the end zone.
Right.
But
They need 6.
And that would be huge for Lakota West if you just keep them out one more play, because that's
right.
You're again 103. So then St. X has 1 timeout, right? So either they can, if they go in, they either have to use a timeout or you're going to run another 20 seconds, right? So this is a big play if they try to run the ball.
I don't know if I want to risk an onside kick with a special teams that's maybe practiced it 3 times this year. You know what I mean?
So the first thing here is, right?
Stop them from scoring, make them kick a field goal.
It's huge for Lakota West here. Even if you stop them one more play, that's going to force you the rate. Well, if it's not an incomplete. I mean, you run the ball, right?
Here?
Yeah. You've had success running even the scramble run, or at least you run that run.
And 1.
You haven't been very. Other than
they expect you to run. I really think that's the thing about being on 3rd down and 2 yards to go. It opens your whole playbook, other than the deep passes. But
the running quarterback's back in. I
don't know if he got it.
They did not spot him in.
I think they stopped him.
So it looks like it's a 1st and goal from the 1, which, as we said,
stops the clock,
but only till they respot the ball.
Right.
So here you go. So St. X is going to use their timeout. So that's your other advantage if you are.
There you go.
If you are Lakota West, St. X has used their last timeout, which means even if they score, they get the onside kick, they still have to score again without any timeouts.
Right.
And they haven't been very. And that's what we were talking about, right? Keeping them out of the end zone, even if you gave up the first down, was big there.
I still don't like the idea of them getting in the end zone and having the opportunity to get the ball back, right? Great thing is they have no timeouts. So if West survives an onside kick, it's just knee.
So that was Volmer running the ball. He only got a yard. He only needed a yard for the first down. He didn't get the 2 for the touchdown. I assume you probably go back to him at quarterback. I assume he runs the ball again. He's kind of their super back, right? When Herbstreit goes to quarterback, he stays in the game. Herbstreit goes out when he goes to quarterback. They use him in a lot of different spots.
What do you do here if you're West? Do you bring in a superset where you have, 6 defensive linemen, and then, you protect the edges and then play your defensive backs up close? Or
yeah, I think you sell out against the run.
Yeah.
I think they're going to run the ball. I think you sell it against the run, because if you stop them here, the clock runs.
Right.
So I think you sell it against the run. If they were willing to throw the ball here, okay. Here you go. They're in a power formation.
Yeah, they may.
Yeah, you thought he was in, right?
Again, another one of those super.
We'll see it here.
Gritty.
Herbstreit actually ran.
I think he's down.
His knees were down. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he was down.
Oh boy. Well, look at that.
Well, but then again, the catch in the end zone on the scramble play, that ball was on the ground.
That's
too.
His knees down.
It's a zero balance world.
It is. It's crazy. You just wish it wasn't because they keep making mistakes, or you get luck. I mean, you wish it was because the game went back and forth, not because of human beings getting involved there.
Oh,
wow.
They blocked it.
That's huge, because now it takes a touchdown. The field goal, even if you get the ball back, the field goal is off the table. That's huge. Maybe that was the equal back. So
it was a bad handle.
Just a bad snap, and he kicked it right into. I think Pearman, number 1, actually gets the block, but more like they kicked it into his chest high.
It right to him.
another cramp.
Yep.
Scenario. Wow. Well, that was something I wasn't thinking about, right? Missing an extra point. Maybe that because I was sitting back thinking they had at least 2 times where they had opportunities to kick field goals under 40 yards.
Right.
Which I'm not sure of St. X kicking game this year, but historically, that's something you would think they would.
Solid, right?
That is a reasonable distance for high school, Division I high school in Cincinnati. Maybe and that was the snap wasn't handled cleanly.
Right.
I didn't really see if it was the snap or the holder, but regardless, what a break for Lakota. And as you just talked about, kind of things go back and forth. I mean, that's been tonight, right? Just ball bounces your way and then their way and then your way and their way, back and forth, right? I mean, maybe that wasn't really a touchdown. Okay, but they gave it to him. Okay, now they missed you blocked the extra point. Or maybe this, so it's been interesting. Here we go with Lakota, obviously expecting the, the onside kick. 52 seconds, down 4 points. St. X. See what they do. Lakota West has one player deep. Lakota West is probably going to take a timeout now once they saw how, they're going to use their second last timeout once they saw how St. X was lining up. It looks like they were going to kick it toward to the left. So I think Lakota West is going to want to make sure they know what they're doing. The one thing that I saw recently in this, the team actually, instead of kicking the onside kick over there where they were aiming, they popped it up back to the other side because there's nobody there. And so the Lakota West guys had to turn around and run back to the ball, and the St. X guys were running straight down the field. And he had a chance to recover it because...
Another option is a hot roller right to the middle, because the middle guys aren't expecting it either as much as the edge guys. So your hands group are all in there, though. Yep. All of those players have good hands.
And you'll see what they do with Lakota West, right? The front row is supposed to let the ball go past them unless it comes right to them, and the second guys fall on it.
Right.
That's the goal. And the front guys get in the way of the St. X players. Now St. X says, okay, chess, you called the timeout when we were looking to kick left. We're now going to line up to kick right.
Yep.
It's also kind of interesting to see, what you find a lot of times on these onside kicks is offsides, right? That the St. X guy, because that they get onto that line or pass it pretty quickly.
Get all excited.
We'll see what happens here. They all stayed back. Good kick, pop up. Lakota West catches, falls on it. And it's not easy, but boy, that was a very fortuitous hop for Lakota West, right? It gets to you quickly. It's about head high. You can catch it with no defender or no St. X player anywhere close.
I like seeing the ones that are laid on the side on the tee, and they kick it just off center, and it's a hot spinner, right?
Yeah.
But
that was a fortuitous, right? It looked like it was staying down, and then it took, in baseball we used to call that a cherry hop, right?
Yep.
When it popped right up to you as a defender. So here we go. Lakota West up 4, 52 seconds to go. St. X, no timeouts. Looks like we're going to see Lakota West in
victory formation.
In the victory formation.
Yeah.
So as long 2 clean snaps, and depending on timing, we'll see how it goes. It might only take 1, but it probably will take 2.
Very good.
There's the first one. Wiles kneels down. They will have to snap one more time. Hard-fought game. Interesting, right? Like you said, back and forth with. I'm not to take away from the teams that they didn't make breaks, but it was breaks back and forth, right? The ball bounced your way, then their way.
Right.
Some were calls, some were special teams plays, some were, a variety of reasons, right? Here they go. All they need is the one snap. He's waiting for the clock to run dead. Doesn't need to because he won't have to snap again.
Right.
Once it got under the 40. There you go. There's this down in Lakota West.
Very good.
Hard-fought victory.
Win. Yeah, very good win for the West team. They should be very proud of this victory. They did a great job, particularly on defense.
And you're right. And I think that these are the best wins, right? Because there's so much to work on. The coaches' staff.
Right. And with the exception of that fourth quarter last drive for X, bend, don't break defense, they didn't really allow much on the ground or the air.
Yep.
And the mishap with the blocked punt is the only real touchdown and what they allowed them in the fourth quarter to get. Right, so
absolutely
a great game.
Well, there we are. So a final here from Firebird Stadium on the campus of Lakota West. Lakota West 17, St. Xavier 13. Good night, everyone.